Yo, why don't I see anything? Yo, can y'all see me? What the heck is going on? Yo, yo, why can't I see myself? What the heck is going on, bro? What? Oh, it's not a good day. Can y'all hear me? Type of one of you hear me. This is the wrong kind of energy to have to start a live. Oh boy. Bro, like live chat. Say no sound. There's still no sound? What the heck is going on, fam? Must be high. Let me go to audio. Audio. My audio is showing. Why can't I hear my fucking self? Okay. All right. Bro, I look like this because I'm so mad right now, right? Like the last time I went live, I'm like, it had that little logo in the corner. I didn't pay for StreamYard. So I'm like, all right, let me pay for StreamYard. I thought I was paying monthly. I didn't change the settings. So I should pay $500. I just paid $500. This bitch better be in 4K. This bitch better be in the highest of quality if I done paid $500. Bruh. I was in there minding my own business, playing Starfield on Xbox. And I could have stayed playing Starfield, but I'm like, nah, man. Nah, what are your friends telling you? Your friends are sitting you down like, John, you are really, really great at YouTube, man. You need to really jump on it. You got people watching and listening now. You need to stay on point. They like an intervention with me because they know how I am. I'll jump on here and talk about something I really care about, and I'll be gone for like 6 months. And they're like, yo, John, like people like when you talking. I'm like, all right. So I'm sitting in, I'm playing the Xbox, and I'm like, you know what? I could be live right now. I jump back in here and boom, I done lost $500. You gonna motherfucking watch this. You call me Vicky. You ain't leaving. Brotherly, boldly music, you ain't leaving. Y'all gonna watch this shit. $500. Oh my God. If I'm be real with y'all, I'm be honest and be real with y'all. I'm gonna tell you something people ain't gonna want to tell you. Right. In order to drop videos every day of your favorite YouTubers or to go live every single day, it is impossible to do that without some form of fakeness involved. And I done been on YouTube for so many years and so many topics, so many different communities that I can see it a mile away. And so a part of me just never wants to be inauthentic to where like I'm popping on here and I'm just doing it for the view. I'll give you an example today. Like because I'm talking about Drake, my entire phone line, when I scroll down YouTube, is Drake, Kendrick Lamar, all the way down. I go on Instagram, Drake, Kendrick Lamar. And so I see a topic of someone saying Rihanna responds to Drake. I'm clicking, I'm watching the girl video. I'm on that bitch about 5 minutes. I'm like, when is she gonna say? When is she gonna? She doing all the things you do to garner attention. She's loud. She's like a character. She doing everything to garner attention. But then it hit me. Rihanna ain't saying that. Rihanna, everybody be talking if Rihanna respond to Drake. But she knows she put that up there. She do it. People gonna watch it. She not saying like there's a form of inauthenticity that comes with trying to be a full-time YouTuber. And I never want to be that kind of person. So I only come on here when I'm extremely passionate about shit. So my friends will tell me like, John, you need to take YouTube more seriously. I'm like, it's not in me to just want to jump on here. So that's why you don't see the consistency in me. Like I've been chilling. I ain't been on this channel. I really care about the Kendrick and Drake thing. So I hop on here with the Kendrick and Drake thing. So now I'm like looking and I'm playing my Xbox and everybody talking about people talking about the game and Rick Ross and people talking about Shaq and Shannon. I'm like, I'm not going to go live unless I have a real opinion to share on it. And then I'll update you on what I feel about like the latest installment of what's going on with Drake and Kendrick, right? But I'm gonna talk about these topics first. Yo, why my shit stalling, bro? I just spent $500. Why are you stalling, bro? I don't want to see no stalling. Is it stalling for y'all? Is it jumping around for y'all too? Bitch, you better do right. You better do right and give me my motherfucking money back. I only want to pay $49 for 1 month. I'll do Shaq first. I'll do Shaq first. I done been out every Friday. I done been out in the city. So this was supposed to be my relaxed Friday at home, doing nothing, eating a bowl of cereal, just chilling. So I'm going live for y'all. And yes, this is my little cup shaped like a camera. My little cup. I got some drinky drink. I'm relaxing on a Friday. So to update people on Shacky Shaq. So Shaquille O'Neal is interviewing the Joker because I don't know how to say his full name. The Joker is easily the best person playing basketball right now. The triple doubles, his numbers is insane. You can only give him MVP. He wins MVP, and he plays center position. He plays Shaq's position, and Shaq is supposed to interview him. And in this interview, instead of Shaq just congratulating him, Shaq tells him he doesn't think that he deserved MVP, but congratulations anyway. When Shaq does this, everybody talking about what will make Shaq want to do this. And if it's something popular, and Shannon has a podcast, Shannon Sharpe has a podcast, and one of the things he talks about is sports, especially on his nightcap that he has with Ocho Cinco. And so Shannon pretty much says how what Shaq did was rude. And then Shaq goes off on Shannon Sharpe. I'm trying to be like the fucking YouTubers and shit. Am I supposed to show? I guess I'm supposed to show what Shaq said. I'm supposed to read to y'all what Shaq said. And then he makes a diss track. Shout out, like I lived in McDonough, Georgia, right? And that's where Shaq lives. So I go to Best Buy and shit. We see Shaq all the time around here. I remember I'm just talking while I'm looking up what Shaq said. I remember I was in Best Buy one night and Shaq walks in, which I ain't making this up. Shaq looks a lot thinner in real life. He looks a lot tall and lanky than just like, for lack of a better word, fat like he does on the camera. He looks like an old NBA player. Like he's a lot more tall and thinner in real life. But I found the article, by the way. But Shaq gave this little kid. Shaq just talks to adults. He'd be like, hey, how y'all doing? You know what I couldn't stand about Shaq, his whole NBA career? I couldn't stand the fact that Shaq wouldn't control his bottom lip. It really annoyed me. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm weird. It really annoyed me that Shaq would just let his bottom lip. So when Shaq would run, like when you run, if you control your bottom lip. So when you running, your lip stays normal. You run like Shaq would run like his bottom lip would just fall. I'm like, bro, you can stop that. There's a muscle right here. There's a muscle right here that you can stop your lip from falling down. And he would just never do it. And then like when Shaq would dunk on somebody, and they, when you dunk, they play the NBA music, and then they're gonna show the clip in slow motion, and you're gonna see a whole lip flap down like the cuff of some 90 jeans. Like the cuff of some 90 jeans and shit. Like I couldn't stand that. But when Shaq was in Best Buy, he would say hi to the adults. But if a kid comes up to Shaq, he gonna buy them some shit. Shaq walked that kid to the back and gave him a PlayStation. I think it was a PlayStation 4 at the time. And any game, we spent like $2,000-$3,000 on the kid. And I was just sitting there like, bro, like, I did a deal, man. Like, I don't know what I did. I don't know what I left on. That bitch ain't supposed to be $600. You can help me on that kid. He got goddamn mama right there, bro. But Shaq is a cool person. Shaq is a cool person. If I'm honest on my opinion, wait, hold on. Let me read what Shaq said, and then I'll give my opinion. Let me read what Shaq said. I don't know why I closed up there. This was Shaq's tweet, I think, before he dropped the diss track. You took me sticking up for blah is jealousy. Shows how smart you are. You took me sticking up for Shaw's jealousy. Shows how smart you are and how you say anything to get clicks. So here's some clickbait for you. If you ain't ranked in the top 10 in your profession, then you can't speak on me. Don't forget I know what you did to get where you at. Me jealous? LOL. Sounds like you jealous. I know you trying to stay relevant by gossiping on your podcast. We don't believe you. You need more people, and in case you forgot, 4 rings, 3 finals MVP, top 50, top 75. Shaq, you should have said top 75, then top 50. It makes the achievement look better when you go up on your achievement instead of go down. It's like, because you will make the top 75, boom. But then you make the top 50. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't, I don't know, it just irked me the first time I read it that you said top 50 before you said top 75. Like, why would you go down on an achievement? Sorry, I had to rant. Google me. And to be quite frank, all this new success you got, you still under me. You don't know my work ethic. But according, I think you meant to say to you. Hold on, I lost what I was at. But according, I work less than you, but I'm worth more than you. Make it make sense. Love you too. If you need help making money, it's better ways than gossiping. I'm too old for this shit. Love always. The most dominant big man ever who never took it serious. Remember, I don't know you. And in the words of Skip Bayless, I'm better than you. G14 classified. I have it. You don't. Not in my profession. And your GOAT debate. Never wanted to be the GOAT. I wanted to be who you should greet me as the most dominant ever. Apex Predator. All right. After this, Shaq drops a song. That's pretty much it. He drops a song. All right, cool. Shaq drops a song. All right. So this is my honest opinion on this. And where do I want to start? NBA or sports commentators, right? The professional ones that wear suits like at Fox or ESPN, they've gone to college. They have journalist degrees, and they work their way up. And they want to become so popular, they sign contracts, get multi-million-dollar contracts. Like what's my man's name? I almost said, well, Skip Bayless. I can use Skip Bayless for an example. But I was thinking about my boy Stephen A. Smith. You want to work your way up, and in this, you have been groomed from college that there's certain rules and there's certain things you didn't do. But then I think the shift changed, and this may be too old for y'all. The shift changed in how professional someone would be as a sports caster. I think he passed away from cancer. He had a lazy eye, a black guy. I forget his name, but he changed the entire game in the early 2000s. He started commenting. He was professional, but he would start saying things like, he's on fire. And people was loving that shit. Like, he started putting personality in it and stopped being wooden. And it blew Sports Center up. To me, that's the tiny hole. So always a tiny hole. Like, you have a relationship, everything going great, and you got this little tiny hole. And as the relationship getting worse, that hole is getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. But you can pinpoint it back to that hole. I think if I pinpoint what's going on right now, we come back. He is the reason, this one man. And I loved it. I'm not saying that it's bad. I'm just saying there was a shift before this guy. I can't think of his name, but there was a shift before him. Damn, I really want to remember his name, though. Hold on. I'm not removing VPL jerseys ever. ESPN, he's on fire. It ain't going to pull that up. Let me see. Nah, that ain't it. They put on some guy named Chris Mortensen. I know that ain't Chris Mortensen. Chris Mortensen, a white dude. I can't think of his name, but somebody gonna watch this and they're gonna remember Scott Stewart. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Appreciate that. That's why I love my chat. Do y'all agree, since y'all know his name? Do y'all agree that Scott Stewart by himself changed the entire world and how we view all sports commentators, professional sport commentators? We're talking about before social media. We're talking about before MySpace. We're talking about before YouTube. So, okay, y'all in agreement. Like, yeah, he changed everything. Once they gave him the green light, and he was like, oh, I ain't getting fired. Nah, nigga, go. Without Scott Stewart, there is no Stephen A. Smith. So, even with Scott Stewart, and I could be wrong, y'all help me out, but even when Scott Stewart was here, were there retired athletes? I think there was a retired athletes, right? Because O.J. Simpson used to be a sports commentator. Yeah. So okay, so the athletes were there. The athletes was doing that job. Stuart Scott, my bad, Stuart Scott. I had it backwards. Let me put that up here. Okay, so you had really professionals who went to college, they're doing their thing, and then you had the retired NBA, the retired NFL athletes. But when they would come on that job, they knew they had that professional. But with Stuart Scott changing the game and they start hiring people like Stephen A. Smith, it was all about, do you have character? Do you have personality? Let me tell you, man, women, I used to feel bad for women because they couldn't understand before the internet. Sports Center was a 30-minute show that lasted for 5 hours. And they couldn't understand, like, it was just a 30-minute show. And when it go off, it came right back on. Went off, came right back on. And for some reason, we couldn't stop watching. Men could not stop watching that shit. Like, and we watching every clip, everything like that shit. Like, we ain't seen it. We was hooked. But I'm bringing this all back to Shaq because I want to remind you all, like, remember when we talked about Drake on a live last night, and I said when Drake wrote that lyric about the high school looking like a strip club, it was in his brain first, and it had to go from his brain to the arrogance of feeling like it is totally okay for me to write this down and say this to the whole world and nobody would think anything wrong with it. So Shaq is thinking this, but what makes Shaq feel totally okay to tell this man, I don't think you should have been rewarded MVP of the year, is the environment and the comfortability that we love the personality. So once you create this environment of we want the personality, everybody knows Shaq got the lovable personality. What are you going to say to him? You're not going to call Shaq in the office. You're not going to yell at him. So again, there's a sense of arrogance involved to feel totally confident of this man who played basketball most of his life for free. He didn't get any money. You don't get any money playing in Little League. You don't get any money playing in high school. You don't get any money playing in college and everywhere else. You spend most of your life playing this for the love of the sport. And then when you get into professionals, you was the best wherever you were. Everybody on that court, even the guy on the bench. I mean, Dan Marley, for the Phoenix Sun, played with Charles Barkley. Dan Marley used to average 100 points in high school. He wasn't all that in the NBA. That's how good these guys are. Even the guy on the bench was a superstar at one point. So you combine all these superstars together. You combine the best in the world, and out of all of the best men in the world, this one man gets MVP, saying he's better than everybody. That's a hard achievement, whether you believe he was the person that should have won it or not. And in that, anybody with any human decency would have never wanted to tell him that on air. That was just, I just thought that was just fucking stupid. And there was no reason for Shaq to do that. But what would make Shaq want to do that? It's not that he feels that. All of us have our opinion. When we go to you feel Kobe the best ever, I feel Jordan the best ever. But what would make a man want to say that to somebody's face live on air like that? I think there's some truth in that. Shaq kind of fears that he didn't work hard enough, and he kind of left that door a little bit open to somebody else can have better numbers than him and go down in history at that center position better than Shaq did. I don't think that Shaq fears Wilt Chamberlain or Bill Russell because he look at them as being in the 60s. They didn't really have competition. I think in Shaq's mind, he is the greatest center that ever played, but it's not going to show if this man is putting up numbers this early in his career like this. This man damn near averaging in trouble. This man damn near getting more assists than point guards. More assists than point guards. So he fears and sees that competition. And there's nothing Shaq can do because you can't go back in time. You can't be young again. You can't add more numbers to your thing. So all you can do is be upset that I didn't do what I was supposed to do. So the only thing I can do is take a shot at this guy. Now, also, that's just on sports. Everybody had an opinion about this. Why did Shaq go off on Shannon Sharpe? Why did Shaq make a diss song and then throw that whole thing out on Shannon Sharpe? Because Shannon Sharpe is the man of 2024. The Cat Williams interview, the Monique interview. Everywhere you go, everybody talking about Shannon Sharpe's show. So it seems like just in coincidence, shout out to my girl Ems. I see you, boo, chilling here. Just in coincidence alone, Shaq beefing and said something negative with the best player in the NBA. And he said something negative and went off on literally the number one black podcast, a black show on the fucking internet. It makes you come across as bitter, even if you're not bitter on that, and put all of this negative energy, because I may not have the number one show, but since you do, if I just diss and destroy you, if I do that to you, then it'll put me above you. I mean, pay attention to some of the words that Shaq said in this. And I see people do this shit all the time. This shit absolutely bores me. I want you to look at how Shaq dissed them, right? Like I tell you, I study my opponents. If I come at you, I'm coming specifically for what you covet. Because if I destroy what you covet, it's going to hurt you. I don't think Shaq tried to destroy what he coveted. I think Shaq went with the dumb shit that anybody else go with, money. He said, shows how smart you are and how you say anything to get clicks. He says anything to get clicks. So here's some clickbait for you. To be honest with you all, I never viewed Shannon Sharpe as purposely saying anything to get clicked. I think I viewed Shannon Sharpe, especially with the Cat Williams interview, as he's so popular and so likable. I got a perfect analogy for you guys. I view Shannon Sharpe as I do as the funny people online when they try to do stand-up comedy. Like when you had DC, what's the name? DC Young Fly. You have what's her name on the Breakfast Club? Jess Hilarious. They are funny. They do these funny skits. But no matter how funny you are, you're in a whole new world when you get on that stage and try to do stand-up comedy. It's something you're gonna have to learn. You're gonna get booed one day, but you're gonna figure it out because you're naturally funny. So once you figure it out, you're gonna be good. So to me, Shannon Sharpe came with all of this popularity, just like Jess Hilarious had all this popularity, just like DC Young Fly had all this popularity, that they can fill arenas before their skill level on the specific topic of being a comedian was at the level it needs to be for a room this big. If you've never been on stage as a comedian, you need to go to these comedy spots where it's like 10 to 20 people in a room. You need to work on your material, but they were too popular for that. So they had to learn on a big stage. Shannon Sharpe came with his show. He had to learn on a big stage because he was popular. So he was going to make mistakes. You know, Shannon Sharpe is sitting there like, I like these fucking people. He's dissing the shit out of these people, but I want to let him talk. So I see a lot of mistakes that Shannon Sharpe makes in his interviews, but I see these mistakes simply because he is a rookie. I don't care how you slice it. Shannon Sharpe is a rookie, but to me, he's figuring it out and he's learning his way through. But the fact that he's a rookie, the fact that he's making mistakes, the fact that he's on a big, powerful stage, we are here to see these mistakes and we're here to put the poke in and see everything that he does wrong. Such as with the Amanda Seales interview, I felt like no one else ever said this, but like, it just felt cringe to me that he kept getting shit that no professional would get right. Like he said, so your mama white. Like, no, my mama's not white. Where you get this from? Like, you should not be confidently getting somebody's ethnicity wrong when you're supposed to be prepping for an interview of this magnitude. But he would get big facts incorrect. But also, not growing up in journalism, he had certain advantages. There are a lot of people who are professional at interviewing people, but they cut them off because of Shannon Sharpe's ignorance in this field. He actually let his guests get their shit off, and we love that. We love that shit. We love that for him. But I don't feel like there is a purposeful negative agenda that Shannon Sharpe has. I feel like Shannon Sharpe is making big ass mistakes because he's on a super big stage. Now, do I think Shannon Sharpe made a big mistake talking shit about Shaq or saying Shaq was wrong for saying that in the interview to the Joker? No, I think Shannon Sharpe is correct. And I just called Shannon Sharpe out 2 nights ago where I said, I feel like Shannon Sharpe is wrong for saying that Kendrick Lamar is wrong for saying something without proof when both men said something without proof. You either didn't do your fucking homework or you're following social media so much, you're following this trend, it calls you not to investigate. Because Drake is saying a man is raising a child that's not his, and he's saying that Drake has a fucking daughter, and neither of these guys are showing proof, but you call Kendrick out. Shannon Sharpe was wrong. To confront Shaq on being a dick in an interview, it was really hard to win MVP. Shaq should know because he only won once. Shaq was wrong. So we look at Shaq's response. You have to ask yourself, if everybody and their motherfucking mama said that Shaq was wrong to do that, why did he invest so much? A long ass post, and then he went to a studio to make a fucking diss song about Shannon Sharpe. It's because Shannon Sharpe is popular. It's because Shannon Sharpe is the man of the hour right now. Shaq just wanted to rap again. Yeah, you come at people, you're gonna make a moment. But I don't think it was just for a viral moment if you look at some of the words that he's saying right here, you know. He's going below the belt to insinuate steroids when he says, "Then you can't speak on me." Hold on. He said, "Then you can't speak on me. Don't forget, I know what you did to get where you were at." That's a steroid insinuation, you know? At least that's how I interpret it through his football career, or unless he's saying that, he blew some tops off to get his spot with Skip Bayless or whatever. I don't know what y'all think. We don't believe you. You need more people. I know what he means. That's probably not going to land in younger people, in case you forgot. Then he has 4 rings, 3 finals MVP. He lists his accolades. Like, to listing your accolades is listing your accolades to me comes across as he's talking to 2 different men that are putting up new numbers. What's up, Eric 310? What you laughing at, Renee? Shannon Sharpe can keep putting up new numbers by getting millions of people to watch his show. Joker gonna keep putting up triple doubles by playing basketball. Shaq cannot put up new numbers, so he wants to remind us via his old numbers. And to be quite frank, all this new success you got, you still under me. You don't know my work ethic, but according to you, I work less than you, but I'm worth more than you. It's kind of hard when you're on social media because you're not talking to that person, but like that shit don't work to me. When somebody talking about all this other shit other than what I critique them all, only thing I hear in my mind is deflection, 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 deflection. I'm gonna let you talk your shit. I'm gonna wait till you stop talking, and Daddy gonna bring you right back home to the topic we were talking about. Daddy, come here. Daddy gonna bring you right back home because you ain't gonna run away from this. You're not gonna run away from this. Who gives a fuck about all that shit Shaq talking about? And it comes off as like overcompensating. It comes across like what we're gonna talk about with the game and Rick Ross, like Drake. Everybody talking about Drake and Kendrick. You listening to him. You was a former rapper, and I like Shaq when he was rapping in the early 90s, Foo Schnickens and all of that shit. But like, there's literally no reason for you to be making a rap song to Shannon Sharpe. You know what I'm saying? And if you hate Shannon Sharpe's popularity and you're getting the popularity from the show, you doing shit like this is only going to make more people watch Shannon Sharpe. Now, Shaq says he is the most dominant big man ever. I say you had the potential to easily be the most dominant man ever, but you're not the most dominant man ever. And you're not the most dominant man ever because of your lack of your work ethic. Even Kobe Bryant told Shaq this. If Shaq worked as hard as Kobe Bryant, stuck to his diet, put in work in the gym, yeah. I would say this right here. If Shaq worked as hard as Kobe Bryant, Shaq would be better than Kobe and Michael Jordan because you literally could not stop him. The only thing that stopped him was himself. And I think he had a problem with that. And he's just overcompensating for it. So one thing Shannon Sharpe did say in his response, he said that you're never in the GOAT conversation. And he isn't. The only conversation you can put Shaq in is, let's talk about some of the greatest centers of all time. But we talk about some of the greatest players, Shaq's not in it. Shaq's not in it. And plus, I mean, you can blame it on youth and ignorance, but when Shaq was in shape, he still got dusted off by Akeem Olajuwon. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I didn't like the Shaq shit. My girl in here, what's up, Ken? Ocho Cinco got to hit the booth. I like Ocho Cinco because he don't take himself too seriously. I like Ocho Cinco. He don't take himself too seriously. He's just there to have fun, make you laugh, and he bringing attention to the battle rap community. So I like that too. You know. I don't think he was wrong for what he said. Who you don't think who was wrong? the outside of sports. Are you saying you don't think that Shaq was wrong for telling a man who won MVP he don't think he deserved it? Why you didn't tell him off air? Why you didn't tell him before they said y'all went on air? It's, it's always little shit you gotta notice in people. Shaq could have told him while they micing him up, hey, we about to go live in 5 minutes, man. Hey, I don't think you should have got it. You know what I'm saying? But hey, congrats to you, man. It isn't that Shaq feels like he didn't deserve it. Shaq purposely wanted to look this man in the eye across the screen and tell him in front of millions of people. So you have to ask yourself why. Why do you want to tell this man in front of millions of people you don't think that he deserved that? That's just, I don't know. And especially, Shaq a good dude. Shaq is a great Shaq. I look at Shaq like I look at Snoop Dogg. You know what I'm saying? Snoop Dogg just a real, hey, what's up, cuz? You want to hit this blunt, my nigga? Like Snoop just generate good energy. You be around Shaq, he gonna act like a silly big kid. He generates good energy. The only time he comes out with bad energy when it's something that he feels is threatening to his legacy in the NBA. Other than that, Shaq a cool motherfucker. Is that what he felt? Yeah, he said it to his face. Like, I don't know. That shit whack, man. That shit whack. And it's just funny to me that he put out a diss song. And putting out a diss song the same day as the game drops a diss song. Now, let's get on the game and Rick Ross. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I don't really give a fuck. It is not that it's overpowered by Drake and Kendrick Lamar, because if Drake and Kendrick Lamar never existed, I still would have the same question I have now. I'm like, what happened? Why the game do this right now? But I wouldn't be like, ooh, let me run to go hear this song, right? I was kind of wondering, like, because they was talking about what podcast, 300 bars. I guess DJ Academic said he didn't want to hear nobody say 300 bars. The game had a song called 300 bars. Maybe he's sitting at home and he thinking about this and he watching the beef go down. Maybe he looking at past beefs he had and things he wish he could correct, just like Shaq. But I don't know what made him go in the booth against Rick Ross. But I will say this. I will say this. And everybody different. I don't give a fuck about this shit. But the moment I hit play on any diss song, I don't care about your past reputation. I don't care about anything. I'm going to listen to what you say. I'm going to judge it fairly. So I kind of didn't like reading all the comments on Instagram that like, he lame, like they're just dissing the shit out of the game. I'm like, I agree with what y'all saying. Still a song. What do you think about the song? Like, I still agree with that. But no, folks, give me like I didn't really care, and like that's why I feel like I would be a bad, like I'm trying to fit in to be one of those YouTubers you can go to when shit pop out that's new. Like I go to Shaq, not the basketball player Shaq. I go to Life of Shaq. He's a very, very funny black YouTuber. Got like 4 million subscribers. Very, very entertaining. Like I go to certain people when new shit pop out. I want to be somebody that people go to. But I know the business of YouTube and like you got to do shit that you're not really feeling. So I'm trying to figure out what angle can I fit inside of this without giving a flying fuck. I don't care. Rick Ross is not going to respond to the game. And the advantage that Rick Ross is going to hang his neck on is that it's hypocrisy. Drake is not really responding to Rick Ross because he doesn't need to. Therefore, Rick Ross knows he doesn't really need to respond to the game. So he's not. And then you're doing this in a time where people are like, I hope the beef is over with Drake and I hope the beef is over with Kendrick, but we really don't know. We don't know. Like, it's Friday. All these rumors about some shit coming out tonight. I could be going live in a couple hours about some shit. I'm lit. I'm lit over. Maybe the game trying to trend. Clout is a hell of a drug. While, how do I say this? I think the game would love to trend, but I don't think that was his motive. I think the game, when I'm looking at him as an individual, not as anybody can make a diss record and try to trend. Just the game, the literal man himself. He comes across, after watching him for over 20 years, he comes across to me as, you ever watch your favorite basketball player play in a hard game? You amp while you watching your TV and you want to go, so you rush outside to start hooping and shit, or you rush outside and you try to do the same move old buddy did. And I think the game is watching what happened with Kendrick and Drake, how the entire world is talking about this. And I think the game has always been a competitor when it came to making diss tracks. He's known for making diss tracks. He went over 300 bars. I think him just sitting back watching that shit, I think he wanted in. And in wanting in, he does want what comes with that, which would be clout and people talking about you. So I don't think he wants clout directly, but I think he knows that that's a byproduct of, if I go out here and murk and destroy this nigga who I'm not really feeling or who I don't like. So if the game didn't like Rick Ross, but he's sitting here watching everything, he kind of watching him and just itching and just looking for like any tiny fucking reason. Give me any reason. And then he said something to him. Rick Ross didn't say anything back. The world is talking about beef. Therefore, the game made a song. That's what I think. That's what I think happened. I don't think the game the type of nigga that just sit back and go, man, I want some clout. I want people to pay attention to me. I think he want them to say that this a nice ass diss track, and in that form of paying attention to him. If I'm making sense. There are certain people that their goal, I just want clout. I just want clout, period. But I don't think the game one of them. Also, too, right? If you look at the game's career, I don't know if young people know this, but people my age know, like, the game's reputation is he is really good at making diss tracks. And while being really great, and that's been your legacy, you do some dumbass shit and make a diss track to Eminem in a squeaky, corny voice trying to rap like Eminem. That was dumb. And that shit is on his jacket. That shit is on his jacket forever. Like, yo, my nigga, you know, like, I can't even say that. Like, I can't take up for him. Like, yo, let's not act like the game can't make good diss track. What about that shit he did with Eminem? Damn, you got me, bro. You got me. I ain't got nothing to say. So I think the game also wanted to come out of that. I don't think that the game wanted that to be the last diss track he's known for in a new generation who probably ain't Googled or YouTube searched to see all of the great diss tracks that he had. All these young kids know is this gangster blood nigga from California made a squeaky ass voice and tried to rap like him. That was so stupid. Like, that's all they know. So I think he wanted to come from up under that shell. So maybe that's another reason. I heard the game got a teenager pregnant in the UK. I think I saw something like that earlier today. I didn't click on it to expound upon that. I think I heard some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I sometimes wonder, like, when I see stuff from afar, like, I'm not the game, but I can see from afar how you gonna look to these kids. I wonder, are they out of touch with reality? Like, I wonder, when the game was recording in the studio, did he not realize even if this is the greatest diss track ever made, I mean, you absolutely murdered and killed it. I'm talking about this is a fucking 12 out of 10. They're gonna comment and say, "What the fuck is this shit? Why he dissing Rick Ross? He trying to get some clout." Like, I wanted to, like, what topics in my real life do I be out of touch on that I just everybody like that? I be scared. I be scared. Like, well, what if I'm stuck somewhere like that mentally, where I'm thinking some shit is so great, but nobody else is looking like that? Because I feel that I would not want to come out and diss another rapper if the entire world is totally glued on something else. And even if I would have, it would have had to been a younger guy in their generation to tie them in to listen to. They didn't even want to hear Rick Ross diss Drake. What makes you think they want to hear you diss Rick? If they don't want to hear this Drake diss Rick Ross, they don't want to hear him diss him, and they looking at you like this. They don't. What is going on while the nurse work on you? The diss track should be 3 records apiece and it's over forever. You talk about with Drake and Kendrick, like, the game is just not no better one style, and it's not even his native style. I want to be New York rapper from Compton. Yeah, kinda. But I'll be a hypocrite though, because like I'm from fucking Georgia and I be spitting bars and shit. I don't rap like I'm from Georgia. So the one thing I did have in common with the game is when he would talk about the music he was listening to before he was famous and shit. Like I was listening to the same shit. Like me being in Georgia in early 2000s, late 90s, like niggas was in Georgia they was buying Master P. They was buying Cash Money and shit. I was buying the Fugees and shit. I was buying Pharaoh Munch, Chino XL. I was Cannabis. I was listening to shit like that from a town called Macon, Georgia. So I can relate to the game in that way, and it do help you write better and give you a more versatile lyrical ability, I'd say. And I would say I think Kendrick Lamar the same way. You can see the fire in his eyes when Kendrick Lamar listens to a Lil Wayne go off, or when Kendrick Lamar be rapping Jay-Z lyrics and stuff, or when Kendrick Lamar go into his cadences and sound like Andre 3000. These are guys that they listen to shit where they from, but they paid attention to other styles as well too. And do hope you are okay with everything going on in the hospital. So I'll come in and I'll get on the third topic. I get on the current state of where we are with Drake and Kendrick Lamar. All right. The last we left off on the last video, from what I'm seeing on social media, more and more people have left the fact that Drake posted that clip because he was in sorrow. I'm seeing more posts where people are coming to terms that Drake made that clip because he want to come back. And then I watched the rest of the Joe Budden podcast. I didn't finish it the other day, where they were saying, should Drake respond? And then one of the things that they said on Joe Budden podcast was, they not gonna want Drake to win. Meaning that he said they're not gonna. He said they don't want to cross the street again, because Drake put up a really good fight to where people, I guess for 30 minutes, people they at one point thought like, Drake got the edge, Kendrick got the edge, Drake got the edge. The audience has committed themselves to that this is over with. The audience has committed themselves to Kendrick Lamar, magazines, articles, everything written that Kendrick has won. I can show y'all a clip where a school teacher said that she went to class and she said, I teach at a Drake school, meaning all the kids love Drake. They love Drake so much, they worship Drake. And she said she walked in that school Monday, and as she walked down the hall, all the kids talking about Kendrick Lamar and this Kendrick Lamar guy, what he did. And she said deciphering and breaking down the lyrics. And she was like, I felt so horrible because like for each class period I have, it'd be one little kid going for Drake. And I felt so bad for him because they would destroy him. Like, and then I saw like was that an Asian tennis player or whatever, breaking down how Kendrick Lamar won, and they asking him in the interview. Then they playing Kendrick Lamar shit and fucking the MLB, Major League Baseball, the NBA, and the playoffs and shit. Like the world, it would be a first. I would never see no shit like this because the world has spoken. The world was like, we gonna sit back, we're gonna let y'all niggas go. So we let Kendrick speak, we let Drake speak. Now the world has spoken. This shit over with. And Kendrick won. Does that mean Drake cannot respond? No, he can respond. And I've never seen no shit like this ever. And the person who would break that with the big enough ego and can't accept defeat, it would be Drake. So what do I think? I think that prior to that nigga shooting Drake's security guard, I think that Drake was going to say something else. I also think that if Drake was going to say something else, he doesn't realize it means that he is saying he knows, he believes in his heart that The Heart Part 6 was fucking trash. That Asian woman I'm telling you about who was chiming in on the beef, she was like, Drake will be responding to himself because Kendrick hasn't said anything. No Mercy TV in the building. What's up, No Mercy TV, man? Shout out to you guys, man. But yeah, Drake, like, when people who are not in hip hop, we talking about people that don't know shit about rap or whatever, when they can see the shit and they're saying like he would be responding to himself, he should not respond. But again, we're talking about Drake. And like I said in my video, Drake has now put himself in a really bad position to where if this nigga don't respond, then that means that video that he posted was him in bitter sadness, which is even worse. Like it's so fucking pathetic that like if I was him and I was going back and forth, but once I post that, to me, once I post that on Instagram, even if I don't want to, I got to make a diss track. I got to drop, even if the world tell me shut the fuck up, I'm still dropping one, because if I don't drop one, that means that I'm just sitting in a dark room. And this is some real shit I thought about today. Like, Joe Budden said a couple years ago, he had a conversation with Drake. And Drake told Joe Budden, like, I don't never want to go on the internet again. Meaning that he couldn't handle the criticism of what people were saying about him. And that kind of made me feel bad for Drake, only in the terms of, I don't know what period Drake talking about when he was saying this to Joe Budden, but whatever fucking period he talking about, he never got abused as much as he getting abused now. So whatever made him feel that way, he's going through something 10 times as worse. So if he felt that way about that shit, then he posts that he, like, the mind is extremely powerful. Like people don't understand, like, there are people struggling, hurting, going through some real shit out here. And they would do anything in the world to have a custom design indoor basketball court with heated floors. They got a motherfucking unnecessary high light bill because one of the kids left some shit on for $400 and they ain't got the $400 and they just struggling. This is the worst shit they need in life. And they would love to have a heated indoor swimming pool with black marble walls that look like you in the luxurious part of a goddamn Tomb Raider cave. They would love to have a bank account. They would love to have every single goddamn car they ever dreamed of. And they would love to also have another mansion in another state. This is how powerful the mind is. That Drake has all of these things in life. And he is severely depressed because someone hurt his feelings while rhyming. Sit back and think about what's going on. He voluntarily went into a lyrical dispute of his own free will, his own accord. Nobody forced him to do it. He'd have been totally fine ignoring it because he's ignored it for the past 10 years. He voluntarily went into this. And it's almost like people get so blinded, like the only outcome is I'm going to win. He was so blinded by, of course I beat Kendrick Lamar. This man like, there's always two things going on. The first thing is the feeling. The second thing is the action. We saw that with Shaq. I feel like he shouldn't be MVP, but Shaq did the action that I want to tell you this live on motherfucking camera. So when you talk about levels of depression, hurt, and sad, there is Drake feeling very fucked up in the head, sitting in his house alone with a drink in his hand, watching a movie in the dark. All right, cool, man. There's some hurtful shit being said about you and clowning you. But there's a next level involved to take your fucking phone, hit record and film that. Now you can stop right there. But you hurting so bad that you go over to Instagram and you send it out to the entire world who's waiting to hear anything from you, who hates you, and they don't feel like you're part of their culture. So anything you do, they're going to flip around and try to clown you. You have to be so fucking mentally hurt to make that decision to put that out there like that. And he did it. That's how much he hurt him. That's how much he hurt him over a voluntary verbal dispute that he wanted to have because the only option he saw was winning. Every time you fuck a chick, it ain't, oh, I'm finna go fuck this chick. I'm guaranteed to have a great time and bust the nut. She could get pregnant. You could get a disease. She could say you did something even though you ain't do it. Force yourself on it. Like there's so many more options and shit that happen, but you're so certain, like, I'm gonna fuck this chick and bust a nut, that you're not prepared for all of those other options that can come from that decision. That's what happened to Drake. Now, do I think that Drake is going to respond? I'm gonna tell you what I think he should do. He should do the same thing Jay-Z did. Jay-Z lost to Nas. The world crowned Nas the victor. Jay-Z had the blueprint. Nas had Stillmatic. Jay-Z waited, and then he did the blue. Did he do the blueprint too? Yeah, the blueprint too. No, that was the blueprint. Yeah, he did the blueprint too, and Nas did Godson. In Godson, it wasn't about Jay-Z, but he did have a song where he took shots at him. Shot him right in their fat mouth, and they called my name. Nas, too real. Took a little shot. Jay-Z did the blueprint too. Took some shots at Nas. Back to private shots. That's what I think Drake should do. Everything that you did not want to happen, happened. And I typed this on my Facebook, but like the crazy shit is Not Like Us is only 6 days old. It ain't even a week. I can't even pull up the Billboard top 10 and see it anywhere because it ain't even a fucking week. And it has blown up around the entire world. And because Joe Budden said that on his podcast about HBCU schools, like they saying that shit already. It's all on Instagram. These colleges cannot wait to play that song. This shit ain't going nowhere no time soon. So when Kendrick Lamar dropped his album on 6/16, he will have the #1 album in the country. Everything that you didn't want to happen happened. But this nigga ego is in the wrong place. His ego is on. I fucking lost to Kendrick Lamar. That's the one thing in my fucking career I didn't want to do. I did not want to lose to that nigga. Bro, you should not be thinking about that. I know it hurt. Your problem is the little fucking audience that you have successfully catered yourself to from the TikToks and the Instagram. They're digging. And every fucking hour they're finding new shit that you did. Like they digging. Nah, who is that? I don't know who that is. Like before I went live, I think somebody just found some more shit out about Drake. They're combing through your lyrics. They're combing through the massive dating like that you arrogantly put out here. Yo, fuck Kendrick Lamar. You need to throw out a hot single to get these motherfuckers to dance so they can stop wasting. I don't say waste of time. So they can stop spending their time on the internet trying to see if you are a real PDF file. Because to me, that's the most damaging thing. Kendrick Lamar didn't look you up and do all this shit. He just mentioned it and he opened the door. Kendrick Lamar was a small hole. That hole has grown really, really big because of fucking TikTok right now. That's what you should be focusing on, bro. Because this shit is getting crazy out of hand. Yeah, his voice changed. I just posted that on my Facebook. Like, I didn't even know. Like, I knew Drake had like a more proper voice. Like, yo, listen to this shit. Listen to this shit. They finding out how you really talk when the cameras are not around. Like, bro, I just thought of this shit right now. Bro, you really like Michael Jackson. Y'all heard that record how Michael Jackson really talk? He faking that shit. But you like the opposite of Michael Jackson. You really talk. I'm gonna say how you sound, but people know what I mean. You really talk that way. You really talk like that. Bro, this is Drake's voice when the camera's on around.
What if you're in line?
Hold on. Did they rip the bitch off my shit?
Real voice. But watch the way he reacts when he sees a pig.
It's showing the post before, so maybe they took it down. Oh, no, here you go. Oh, yeah. Here it is.
Ready to shoot a 3. Are you guys out of your mind? Play the camera back. Are you guys out of your mind? Did you have it? Oh.
This is closer to
bro, this is
real voice. But what?
This is Drake. Hold on. Like, I want you to hear when it first come on. This is Drake's voice you guys are hearing, bro.
That's the way he reacts when he sees the cameras.
I don't know why I keep going to that video.
Filming.
That's weirding me out right now. Like, I'm clicking the comments on that video. Like, it won't let me go to that video.
I had the ball ready to shoot a 3. Are you guys out of your mind? Play the camera back. Are you guys out of your mind? Did you have it? Oh, this guy is lying. Are you guys out of your mind? I was about to wet you guys up. I was about to wet you guys up right here.
Are you guys out of your mind? Are you guys out of your mind?
This is cool.
I had no idea Drake talked like that. These motherfuckers is digging. They finding everything that they can about, like, bro, like, you gotta, and I'm trying to look at his actions in the past and the team that he's with. I don't think that nobody will stop him from putting shit out. Drake is just 100% fucked. If he puts something out, Kendrick Lamar is already ready. Did y'all hear what Wack 100 said? Let me see if I can find a video of Wack 100. Wack 100 said Kendrick Lamar has 7 songs ready right now. 7. Let's see if I can find that. I be typing fast like DJ Act.
He walks like nothing. I want his haircut. I might just let me shut up. I'll just stop right there.
What's good, y'all? It's your boy the Anton, man. We back with another one. Wack gonna give a full breakdown on Kendrick's background.
Hey, shout out to The Answer. You know what I'm saying? We subscribe to him. Am I subscribed already? But bro, you got to get that mic. You popping them peas in that mic. No diddy.
Now, what Drake may come with. Drake is calling around for information for a reply. Is there any dirt on Kendrick? We gonna find out.
Wait, hold on. 8 days ago. Nah, fam. What was it? Oh, here it is right here.
I'm not. Anything Drake do gonna hurt.
Wait, hold on. Hold on. Me.
Drake got.
Sorry, wrong guy. That's so fucked up. This guy.
Anything Drake do gonna hurt, bro. We gotta take score. Anything Drake do is gonna hurt him, bro.
Exactly, bro. Anything Drake do, Drake ain't gotta move. He been trying to get out of this, bro. Like I said in the beginning, Drake's best move is to just dip, bro. And just stay out of this. Get back into, making the music that you've been making. Let that gangster rap and that hardcore rap go, bro.
Bro, because after he said he was waving the white flag, it was done. It's like say that's gonna hurt. It's like Kendrick is making. Hold on. Listen, for real. When the nigga said he was done, he was waving the white flag. Now all the backlash, his numbers is down 5%. Kendrick is up 48%.
Wack me get all these numbers, bro.
Yo, I want to say this about the numbers though. Right, what I noticed. Oh, I'm sorry, bro. I can't post your comment now and get mad at me. I don't think people catching this on about Drake numbers. Kendrick numbers up 49%, but Drake numbers down 5%. Why on earth is Drake numbers down? Think about it, right? Even if Kendrick Lamar beat him, like they not like us is like 35 million. But Drake still just dropped songs. They all got like 19, 20 million views. Like that's on YouTube. So how on earth is Drake numbers down? If Drake never got into this beef, he wasn't going to make a song. So that means whatever his numbers are coming from, all the music he's ever made, people are just listening to that shit online. Apple, Spotify. So then he adds millions more with these songs. Even if he loses the beef, his numbers should go up. So what does that tell me? That tells me that wherever Drake was at, he dropped diss songs, he got new music, and millions of people want to know what Drake said in response to it. So it should go up, right? So what that tells me is that all of his music that he made on every album, every feature that was here when these diss songs joined, that they went down. Now think about it. If Drake is getting views from all the music he made, that these are songs that people love, that these are songs on people's playlists, they like these songs. So Kendrick Lamar made people take this shit off their playlist. There's no other way. If you have no new music, let's say you wake up, every day you wake up, you get 5,000 plays on Apple. Your shit suck, but you know you can get your 5,000. And then you make a new song, you can get those 5,000 plus whatever the new song is. So that means a new song or whatever you got yourself involved into, everybody stopped. They don't want to play your shit. But I'm going to tell you something that's more damaging than that. There's a lot of fake shit online. Like I done got into it with another YouTuber before, right? We beefing, whatever. They'll say something about me, and then people will be in their chat laughing at me. But then I'll go live, and those same people will be over here laughing at them. Because ultimately, they don't give a fuck about me, and they don't give a fuck about that other person. They're just being entertained. They're just being entertained. Whoever the fucking say the hardest shit, I'm gonna laugh and joke with them, but I don't really care. So they'll laugh with that other guy, but my numbers won't go down because they genuinely don't really give a fuck what he's saying. But this is the exact opposite of this. You can be fake in public. Like, you can say, fuck John. I don't like that lame ass nigga anyway. And then you can come over here, don't comment, and just watch me in silence because you really do like me. You really do fuck with me. But these people are taking Drake shit off their playlist, even with them knowing no one will ever know. This means they genuinely don't want to fuck with Drake. Because you can go out and be like, Kendrick Lamar won. Hey, but shit, Drake got that music be bumping. Boy, I'm still going to listen to that Drake. A lot of fake motherfuckers do that shit. This means that they genuinely don't want to fuck with Drake. Now, once you get that genuine, they genuinely don't want to fuck with him. I don't think it's because of Kendrick Lamar. I think that will be the fake crowd. I like Kendrick. I don't like Drake. But I'm still going to go listen to Drake. The only thing that can make someone genuinely take their favorite song off their playlist would be PDF file accusations. That's where I think that 5% is coming from. It's the PDF file accusations. Because Drake is so universal, he's going to get people liking the shit that are not hip-hop heads, that are not rap fans. So Drake going to get the soccer moms who may like, I bet find your loving, all them kind of songs and shit. It's them people who have been sexually abused, have someone in their family, advocate for it, stand up. Those are the people that's taking Drake shit off to drop 5%. So when you think about somebody dropping 5% with new music, so you're adding numbers and it's still coming down. You're adding numbers and it's coming down. That means that, I don't know if I'm saying this right. I hope I'm saying this right. That means that the damage is actually worse than 5%. Because if this is adding on, that means so much more of this. That means it's 5% more off than the millions of new views you're getting from people wanting to hear the diss track. Did I make that clear? It's all those extra views. It's 5% off from that shit. That's insane, bro. That's insane. That means that these people really believe that Drake is a PDF file. They really believe Drake is a PDF file. And I don't think people paying attention to that. I think people looking at like, oh, he only went down 5%. How the fuck you go down when you add in new music that everybody listening to? How the fuck you go down? Yeah, I played that this morning. Shane Gillis. I played that this morning before I went to work. I'm like, yo, my God, this dude is fucking pathetic. I'll play it right now. Let me play. Hold on. Shane Gillis. Hold on. Shane Gillis, Drake. Video.
Here. Shane Gillis. Yes, he has a podcast.
Hilarious. Yes.
There's a clip.
New show out on Netflix, Tires. Go watch Tires.
Yeah, the premiere is doing it.
There's a 2019, I guess he does podcast. 2019, him and his guy who's his co-host, I guess.
Here's things to take away from this. He said this 5 years ago. Not only did he say this 5 years ago, the motherfucker liked Drake's. So that's important that he liked Drake, because you can't say he a hater. You can't say he's just talking shit. This is someone that likes Drake. And look what he said 5 years ago.
Are on the podcast, and he randomly comes out. Aaron already dug it up. Randomly in 2019, he comes out. They're talking about Epstein, then R. Kelly, and he says, he said, I'm gonna just say this right now. In 5 years, they're getting Drake. And like he kind of like it's not even like a joke where it's like he starts to kind of he's like, yo, that's the word out about this guy. And that made me a little bit uneasy because I was like,
because the two white guys from rural Pennsylvania.
No, I was just like, yo,
about hip hop that you don't know.
No.
This is the thing about narratives. It's like you know how far you got to grasp at straws.
Well, that's what people dug up.
For the two whitest human beings on the planet to tell you something about a hip hop star that you speak to regularly.
Yeah, but I don't know these people's personal lives. I really wouldn't know.
I think about Epstein definitely going to be suicided here shortly.
What the fact that they found him, like, dude,
This is the actual podcast from 2019, so this is him saying it now.
First of all,
he's about to get suicided.
First of all, R. Kelly's missing, dude. What the fuck is going? R. Kelly's missing.
Kells is missing.
Kells is missing, dude. He Con Aired, and he got away.
What?
Yeah, dude. R. Kelly got away.
That reminds me. I do want to say this. I want to be on the record. Drake's going to be. He's on that R. Kelly tip.
You think so?
Drizzy Drake likes him young.
What?
He does. It's somewhat known already, but this is one of those things where I want to, you got to say something. Like, remember Louis, that whole thing?
Yeah.
And like, we knew about that.
Yeah.
And we were just like, I don't know. Drizzy Drake's into the young ones. He's going to get in the next 5 years.
Oh.
Unfortunately. Love me some Drizzy Drake, dude.
Dude.
I drunk texted Birdman when I was fucked up.
He gave you the gossip?
Then he hit me the, what's up, homeboy, the next day. I haven't had the heart to reply.
So you're getting good info that he's fucking.
Birdman did not supply me.
I'm going to read that, Trevo.
With that info. It's just a separate story. Separate breaking news.
Never accuse the Birdman.
Separate on the ticker. Also on the ticker. drunk texted Birdman. He replied. I didn't reply because I'm ashamed.
What?
Yeah, bro.
Trump texted the Birdman?
No. I did.
I was like, what the fuck's going on?
Drunk texted.
Oh,
I got hammered and I was like, dude, let's see if Birdman.
Oh, that's so fucking funny.
Yeah.
Damn, dude.
Can't believe I fucking chipped
people to fight. You're calling for people to take him down.
I love Drake.
Really?
Hate Drake?
Yeah.
Nah, I love Drake.
People to fight. You're calling for people to take him down, dude.
Drizzy Drake?
Yeah.
Nah, I love Drake.
Really?
To see him.
You defend.
I like Drake, but
how young?
He's a pedophile. He just likes young girls.
Okay, how young?
Post pedophile, like 17.
Ah, dude, that's called a pedophile, bro.
No, it's not. Like, it's not a pedophile. Pedophile's like pre-pubescent. Pedophile's
okay.
Yeah,
you got the guy with that itch. You don't think he's
going
to Thailand and being like, whoa, I didn't know.
I think he's on that Kells tip.
Kells went like 13, 12.
All right, well, that's a little young.
Kells dated Aaliyah, bro.
Kells is a little young.
You're telling me Drake is fucking JoJo Siwa?
I think Drake
JoJo Siwa is like an 8-year-old pop sensation.
I think Drizzy Drake likes some
youngsters.
Right around that.
So you're allowed to fucking 7? What's the point of 18? Why does everyone
they just picked that
number? You think he like does his tour and like how
I think they had like screenshots of him
coming back to Texas again.
Yeah. A very specific date.
Yeah, dude.
It's just
even like Texas. I think Texas 16 is
Texas is young, dude.
Yeah, I want to say this right here, man. Like, a lot of my ideas come to me when I drive, when I get to think by myself, and I was thinking about my niggas. I was thinking about the live I did, and I think about the kind of niggas I hang with, right? On fucking 18-year-olds, right? Fucking 17, 18-year-olds, right? Now, I don't even want to say 17. Let's just say 18-year-olds. You couldn't hang with us. Like I dead ass was driving today, and I imagine I'm at a cookout, and we standing around the grill, and all my niggas there, and we talking shit. You know what I'm saying? Some of us single, some of us got wives and shit, and we standing around the grill doing what guys do. We talking about sports. We talking about the NBA. I'm just imagining this shit as I drive. We having just guy conversation, and I imagine me asking my niggas, what y'all doing tomorrow, man? And my homeboy go like, nah, I'm finna get up on these bitches. That's what's up, man. And I imagine us standing there in the grill smoking. I can smell it. This scenario is so real in my head. And I imagine one of my niggas like, shit, nigga, bro, I got the 18-year-old boy. I'm finna go fuck the shit out of her. The split second, I imagined this conversation in my head, and one person said that. he would have got immediate backlash. Like, I just don't fuck with people that do that shit. Like that, like this ain't no coming down on no Drake or nothing, because in this fake scenario, I removed 17 years old. I'm talking about legally 18. 18 years old, man. 18, bro, like my baby sister in her mid to late 20s. I remember when she was born. My baby sister is so way much younger than me. I wouldn't fuck nobody around my baby sister age. My baby sister older than I, so 18 is younger than my baby sister. Like, I don't see the enjoyment. And I think it's more than a physical thing. I don't think it has to do anything with looks or whatever. Because if it had anything to do with looks, they're like 21-year-olds that look 18. There's 23-year-olds that look 18. But some magical way, you find this specific number of 17 or 18. How do you find this specific number? It's more than a look to these. It's some kind of sick shit to where my dick gonna get hard, is gonna get up when I know that they're their age. She just turned that. It's something about that number that they're attracted to. I can't do it, bro. I can't do it. And we coming down on Drake and shit, but like I remember the rumor of Tyga fucking with Kylie Jenner. I remember when this shit was big, and I remember Kanye West went to the Breakfast Club and he was like, yeah, he caught it kind of early. And that's all Kanye said. Kanye better not ever come out here and say nothing fucking wild about Drake fucking somebody on, because you ain't had no problem when Tyga was fucking Kylie when she was 17. But I think that nigga was what, 25, 26 years old. And I still was thinking like, bro, she got a chemistry exam Friday. She got a high school chemistry exam Friday. And you even stick your dick in that? That shit nasty to me. Man. This ain't got nothing to do with Drake. I would not be around no nigga that purposely wants to fuck 17, 18-year-olds. I would not be around that nigga. He would not be in my clique. And it's not just me. None of my other niggas would. That'd have been the last cookout he was at. He would have said some shit like that. That's why Drake and Tyga was beefing. And here the crazy part, like, when you be looking at them BBLs, them women on Instagram, they got the thin waist and the fat ass, and they got millions of people following them and shit. The shit just look out of this world, 3D-ish, and all of those beautiful women, those fucking 31-year-old, maybe 26, 28, all like those really attractive women who making a killing and getting flown out because of their look. Drake has access to all of them. Drake can easily fuck all of them. Drake can easily fuck just a pretty ass sophisticated woman. Drake can easily fuck a really beautiful ass woman who got 3 master's degrees. He literally can fuck everyone. But there's this hovering around this 17 to 18-year-old that just like, I don't understand it. I don't understand it. That said BBL stank. I saw that today. You know what my reply was? Who posted that shit? I think Ashley. She loved y'all. Ashley in the battle rap community. Was it Ashley? No, it was my other friend. That's my BBL stank. I was like, it's a booty. It's a booty, nigga. Booty stink. The fuck you want to? If one part of your body gonna stink, gonna be the booty. But not even that. Like, there's naturally curvy, really beautiful women who got it naturally. Drake has access to all of this. Let me tell you something else I saw today. I saw a guy in his early 20s, maybe like 20, 21 years old. And he said, in this Kendrick Lamar Drake beef, he from Toronto. He said, in this Kendrick Lamar Drake beef, I wanted Drake to win because he's from Toronto. And he said, but then I remember when I was in high school and the pretty ass girl in high school I had the crush on, I could never talk to her because she was always at Drake Mansion at his parties. The crazy shit about this clip is that he didn't make that clip to out Drake. Like to say Drake had a 17-year-old at his house. He made that clip to just say, I hate Drake for taking the girls I like. He wasn't even thinking like, I don't know, PDF shit. He was just thinking like, this nigga had the fly girls that I like, that we like, and we couldn't get them because they were going. He didn't think like the rest of the world gonna see his clip and be like, so she was in high school at Drake party? So you can't say he went authentic. He wasn't even trying to out Drake that way. He was trying to say that Drake had all the girls in Toronto. And just think now, really think about what this guy just said, right? If you lived in Toronto, and I go back to my high school days, I know the pretty ass girls everybody wanted. Like, imagine your competition for trying to get a girl. You're a kid. You 17 in high school. You got a crush on a girl 17. But she's invited to a $100 million mansion. When you see those dots on top of the house of your shit, fuck everybody. When you got somebody that young there, if Drake ignores her, and then one of the OVO members be like, come in my holler at you, let me take you to the room, what you know what I'm saying? Oh, that's my nigga. You want to talk to him one-on-one? Oh, I can hook that up for you, you know what I'm saying? What you gonna do for me though? Oh shit. We can go talk to Drake right now. That nigga, you know, I mean, what you gonna do for me though? In high school. He sounded just like my older cousin that was in school in Chicago when R. Kelly was running around in the 90s. Damn. I see your comment in Joe Budden and Hollow Battle Rap. Where does that have to fit into the rest of the conversation? Did you type something before that and it didn't show? Wait, Travo said something earlier. I said I was going to talk about. Did you read the tweet from Mike Shahida? It depends on when that tweet was sent. I think that Kendrick Lamar was going to respond the day that Drake house got shot up. I really think Kendrick Lamar was going to drop to put the finishing move on him. And of course, he had to pivot. I'm looking it up right now. You said, what's his name? Mike? You must have spelled that shit wrong. Nothing pulled up. You must have spelled that wrong. Yo, what are you talking about, Freddie Merslap? What are you talking about? Like, am I missing comments or some shit? Like, what is he talking about? So I wasn't on YouTube. Go on YouTube, see if I miss any comments, because I like how cool you said that outside of sport. You're like, fuck all the extra shit. I can get John attention. Bot. That's all. Straight to the point. Bot. Gotcha. I heard you loud and motherfucking clear outside sport. I thought Travo said something else besides BBL stank. Oh yeah. Okay, let me read that. Where you been at, Travo? You been? I know where you been at. Ain't no hard feelings, but I know where you been at, Travo. And I don't be taking that shit serious. But I know where you been at. Travo said this battle might have ruined diss tracks forever. Rappers are going to go straight for PDF file allegations against their opponents. It's now a cheat code. Just saying it wins the battle now. What about Euphoria, Travo? Travo, a dope ass producer, by the way, if y'all looking for beats. Yo, bot. Yo, you gotta get the fuck up out of here, fam. You gotta get the fuck up out of here, bro. What about Euphoria? I don't think that's how I don't think that's how Kendrick was gonna come. They asked Joe Budden this. Do you think that he was gonna come with the pedo shit if Drake would have never came at his wife? Which was stupid because damn, I realized today that like he did the exact same thing he did with Pusha T. So why would you take the same strategy that you took in the battle that you lost? Why would you mention somebody's wife again? I think Drake wanted to send a message to us, all the listeners, like, I'm not the same Drake. I'm way more powerful. I'm gonna show y'all that because last time I mentioned a nigga wife, I lost. I'm gonna mention nigga wife this time. I'm gonna show you how grimy I get down. And this time I ain't gonna stop. They pulled me back from rapping. Jay Prince died. They're not gonna pull me back this time. Y'all gonna see I'm gonna do the same shit, but I'm gonna do Drake. That's what I think happened. But I don't think that you need that to win a battle. Vlad, like I'm young too. Something that came out about Vlad. I don't know. I know Vlad. I thought about this today too when I was driving. I was really thinking about like, yo, Kendrick need to drop a motherfucking video for Not Like Us for real. And I had said earlier that he need to put the YouTubers and shit in there that was dancing. I was like, when he gets to the third verse, when he teaching about slaves, when the beat dropped and he talk about Atlanta and the history of Atlanta, at that part, I said Kendrick Lamar need to be in the classroom. And a teacher pointed to the board like they teaching this shit as the slave, as he talk about the Atlanta history shit. I said that teacher, she needs to be the woman that Vlad came at to try to get her to lose her job. That would be dope as fuck. That would be dope as fuck. Right on that part, to have her in there doing like he utilizing all this shit on social. That shit would be dope. And that teacher got into it with Vlad because she was taking up for Kendrick Lamar. That shit would be dope as fuck. Saying it's an easy way to damage your opponent. I feel you, Travo, but it got to come from somewhere, though. It got to come from somewhere. I'll give you an example. What if Drake would have came at Kendrick saying that Kendrick was doing some pedo shit? It would not have landed because there's nothing to show of that. He said that about Drake, and look at all this shit that people are showing on Drake now on TikTok. It got to come from somewhere. I don't think you can just. I think it kind of helps diss songs because from now on you gotta show something. We not just falling for you can just say anything. You got to show something now. And go around the world too. Are you talking about for the video? I thought about that too. Like, have they Not Like Us? Like people in Japan, people in fucking Russia. That nigga can really. This nigga in a position to where Drake could drop a new song, and instead of him dropping a new song, he can just drop the official real video for They Not Like Us, and that shit would kill it. That shit would kill it if he put all the shit in there. I said in my last live. He had that shit you talking about. He had the teacher and all that stuff. That shit would kill it. That shit would kill it. This shit tastes like warm carrot juice. But I'm going to say we hours away. If Drake don't drop tonight, I feel a little bit bad for him, but I know there's no setup to drop on a fucking Saturday and Sunday way too late. So if he don't drop tonight, that officially means that he posted that video because he's really, really sad right now, especially with what Joe Budden said about him and how social media does affect Drake. The things we say on social media does affect him, even with being the biggest star in the world. That means that video was his admission that he's depressed from a battle he voluntarily got in that he didn't need to get in. Reach out to him, make it happen. He got a production team. I wish. Like TDE, the people behind Kendrick, they have been genius. I didn't know that it was their idea to put the mashup video together or their idea to take away the copyright claims, but they've been working really, really well. So I don't know how they can take this misstep and not have an official video for Not Like Us. Look, there she go. When we talking about her earlier, she walked right in this mother. Don't say nothing bad about her because I love Ashley. That's my friend. But I am enjoying. Ashley got 2 problems in life. Everything else is great. She got 2 problems. Her first problem, for some weird reason, she liked to go for the boxer. Nobody want to motherfucking go for. I've never figured this out. I think Ashley just prefers brawlers because you like a lot of fucking Mexican fighters. Like, let me give y'all an example. Well, I don't want to do that example because y'all may turn on me. Fuck it, I do it anyway. Ashley is hardcore Garcia. She is hardcore Garcia. And in the same time she's Garcia, she's Drake. No matter what poll I show, no matter how the world is picking on them, you can't tell her Drake did not just mop the floor with Kendrick Lamar. It's the funniest, cutest thing I've ever seen. It's the funniest, cute. I don't know. I don't even try to convince her. I just troll her now. Whatever I find, I just troll her. Drake and Mexican boxers. I don't know. You can say it and make it stick later. If you were ever arrested for trespassing, you can construct bars to make it sound like, yeah, you're right. But why would you be trespassing in middle school? Fuck, nigga. You saw the goddamn, you saw the middle school milkman pull up and put some gold bars in the safe. Why are you trespassing in middle school? Love always, Ashley. The problem, Ashley, this is what I understand. And tell me this before you leave. Like, why? How you be in the battle rap community for so long and you can dissect and break down bars and you can see narrative, like you see how this whole shit been painting from start to finish, who moving who, orchestrated, who predicted who. How can you sit up here and say that Drake won? How? I'll ask you another question too. Like, you would rather be Drake than Kendrick Lamar? I'm not saying in life. I'm saying in this beef. You would rather be Drake. You would rather have the entire world coming down on you right now. You would rather have 1 million fucking dislikes on your last diss track. You would rather be Drake than you be for real. Be honest. You would rather be Drake than Kendrick Lamar right now? She always says she can't stand his voice. I have a confession. I don't have a problem with Kendrick's voice or making the sounds and different. My problem is, I never said this out loud. It's something I kept to myself. My problem has been when Kendrick changes his voice, it sounds like me, like a SoundCloud rapper that doesn't mix his shit well. Like, it don't sound like a professional mix. Like, when I go back and listen to Euphoria sound like I made it. I'm not talking about his lyrics or nothing. I'm talking about the mix. Like Euphoria will bump in the club. I'm talking about bitch be shaking ass like no tomorrow, but like Kendrick, it's like his voice too loud. And I know I ain't the only one who heard that. The proper right mix is They Not Like Us, which let me know he had that in the tuck ready to drop on him. That shit is professionally done. But Euphoria, 616 in LA a little bit too. Now, Meet the Grams is good. Is you got that weird piano. But sometimes when Kendrick Lamar rap, it comes across like his ghetto. And when I mean ghetto, I mean the mix. I don't mean the voice. I don't mean the tone. The mix. I hope I'm coming across correct. Kendrick give Ashley the it. So you don't even love Drake. You just hate Kendrick. And that's another thing, Ashley. As someone in the battle rap community, when someone in the battle rap community, to me, you are a professional reviewer. You have heard some of the most intricate, hardcore, quadruple entendre, all that lines. If you're in the battle rap community, you have way more skills at breaking down songs than anybody else. So actually, you are a professional because you're in the battle rap community. So I don't understand. I don't understand actually how you can respect a man who has had ghostwriters on verses, not the chorus, the verse. I cannot wait to talk to Boss Chick Rain too. How the fuck can you and Boss Chick Rain respect a man who let another man write a verse? I don't understand that. It don't match someone who in the battle rap community. Your voice isn't annoying. Ashley, before you came on, when I told y'all I played it on Facebook, Ashley, the woman who I was sending it to, I played them that clip of Drake real voice. So they heard the same shit you heard. They heard Drake, how Drake really talk in real life. Nah, when Nicki changed her voice, it's cool because Nicki changed her voice in a way that you know she playing. Drake be trying to sound like, nigga, this is how I talk. There's a lot of battle rappers I skip. But why you don't skip Drake? Hell nah, nigga. You ain't leaving till you answer this question. You're not finna just come in here and dip. Why does it not bother you to know that Drake let other grown men write his verses? I need to know this. It's an ugly ass hat, but I love Alabama. It had ugly hair though. I roll Tide. I love Alabama, but I live in Georgia. So when I took a trip to Alabama, whatever Alabama I saw I was gonna buy, I pulled up at the gas station. Let me get that hat, bro. I have to stock up because they don't sell the Alabama shit here in Georgia. Let's stock up. And she gonna sit back silently and she gonna laugh with her liberty ass eyes. She gonna laugh because she can't answer that question. Because she know lyrics. She know that you're not supposed to be on a nigga's side that don't write his own shit. What's up, Denise? She know that shit. Let me get into some of this shit. I'm probably gonna fuck my whole live up if I play this. But it was just so many great gems dropped. Freak ass nigga. Yeah, 69 God.
as much as they're listening to the battles.
Yeah, because
the best part, the most argumentative part of this podcast is the meet the grams part. I don't know why.
You got to get that. I wanted to let this breathe so y'all could get all the Drake shit off because this is the moment to have it because then not even 53 minutes later.
This is crazy.
Not even 53 minutes later. Cut this the fuck off.
Yo, I'm glad you said that, Travo, because I'm like, I said I went live the other day and I told them I ain't listened to Family Matters but 3 times, and which was true, because I mean it was not a bad song, but I'm like everybody think this shit great, even people who saying Kendrick won saying Family Matters great. So you know everybody be liking shit and you don't feel like it's great. You be like, you ever seen the bitch? Like they told you, this chick fine as fuck. Wait till you see her, Trappo. Wait till you see this motherfucker. And you go look at her, you be like, I mean, she ain't ugly. She's straight. She look good. She's a good looking woman, but she ain't all that. This is how I felt about Family Matters. So I'm like, all right, John, are you tripping? So I went back and I played Family Matters 3 more times today. Today. I guess I feel with Family Matters, it's a real Drake song. It just sounds a lot like really Drake-ish. Because the part I like is the end, but in order to get to the last 2 minutes and 19 seconds, that bitch 7 minutes long. I gotta listen to 5 minutes of some shit that just sounds so Drake. And I know the beginning of it, the first beat in Family Matters. I know the rap artist who he took that cadence from. He didn't take the words, he took the cadence. So I'm like, all right, let me get through this. He started talking about Kendrick. And then he started talking about other rappers and shit. And it just started showing me like a foul motherfucker. Like, your personality is leaking through because you're talking so much during all these guys you're dissing A$AP Rocky the most. And it shows me the kind of nigga you is because you put your penis inside of Rihanna. Like, you really need therapy because you got what you wanted. You fuck Rihanna. You got the mansion. You did all of this stuff and you can't never be happy. You mad at A$AP Rocky because A$AP Rocky got the one thing you couldn't get. Her heart. You mad at Serena Williams' husband. He got a heart. You got mad at Common. He got a heart. You mad at yourself because at best, all you can do is put your dick inside somebody. But anybody who stick around you long enough start to see who you really are as a human being, and you ain't nobody want to chill with. Like, you're in the biggest battle of your entire fucking life, my nigga. Why are you devoting 8 bars? And I'm tripping. It could be more than 8. I think it is more than 8 because he kept going. You're devoting 12 bars to A$AP Rocky in the biggest battle of your life. I don't know, bro. After I listened to Family Matters 3 times, I went back and meet the grams, and I'm like, this dark demented shit, I would rather listen to than Family Matters. Also, I learned about Family Matters. I learned one thing. All y'all niggas out here saying that Drake rap better than Kendrick Lamar. Where? I listened to that shit 3 times today. I didn't see nothing intricate, hardcore, bar now. I heard jokes and shit about domestic violence. I didn't hear nothing that stood out or made a really big impact. The best shit I love about Family Matters is the cadence. He committed to the cadence. He stuck with it. I like that. I fuck with that. But I don't know nothing. Like, what are y'all? What's the lines that stick out to y'all about Family Matters? And when you type them, are they jokes or are they bars? I don't know.
This shit is so fucking
Hey,
dark.
fam, don't start no song, Dear My Kid, yo.
This is dark.
The fuck is wrong with you, bro?
Yo, you ever been on the Nitro? I mean, not the Nitro. What's the
Denise? That's what my last live was about. I don't think my lives are showing up on my page. I got to flip my page around. We went live. We had a lot of fun. A lot of fun in that live last night. But we played the video of the 17-year-old that turned 17-year-old. But I'll switch my channel around because I think that people can only see my videos. They can't see when I go live.
The Kingdom Car?
Kingdom
Car go up that steep shit slow.
No, the fuck it don't.
It go up slow.
No, it don't.
Kingdom Car. Zoom up.
Yes,
Zoom up.
that's
It's
just
zoom up. Oh, I'm talking about.
Hold on, I'm trying to let it play, but I'm reading y'all comments. I'm trying to reply to them. Valiant said, "Wait, didn't Gilly the Kid goes right for Lil Wayne? Why can't Drake? Why can't Drake have good writers and still be great MC? Because all I know is Gilly said that shit. If I hear a verse from Lil Wayne, and there's a reference track where Gilly the Kid is rapping the verse word for word, and then then Lil Wayne takes it. Fuck Lil Wayne too. And I don't mean fuck Lil Wayne as a person, just like I don't mean fuck Drake as a person. I don't even mean fuck Drake as an artist. If you want to be the biggest selling artist, you can have a ghostwriter. Ain't no problem. You cannot ever be in the situation of one of the top best rappers of all time if you have a ghostwriter. I have thousands and thousands of songs. Can't no nigga on earth say he wrote a motherfucking word for me. And I think the younger generation missing that. Think about this to the younger generation watching this. A singer has talent in their throat. No diddy. That's where their talent resides. You listen to a singer, it's like, how the fuck they hit that note? And you try to do what a singer do, you sound like a hurt dog. You can't do it because their throat, no diddy, is the talent. When you are a lyricist, the talent is not in your throat, no diddy. The talent is in your pen. Your pen is equivalent to a singer's throat. That's why we don't give a fuck if somebody write for a singer. Who gives a fuck? We care about them notes they hit. To a rapper, this is you. This is your brain. This is how intelligent you are. This is what you're capable of. It's your pen. You're fake and you're lying and you're robbing us of who you are and your talent level when you let somebody else write for you. You cannot have another nigga write for you and be a fucking lyricist. So that's why the pen is important to a rapper. How many rappers in history is known for their distinct sound like an R&B singer is known for their distinct sound? Who? DMX? Ja Rule? How many rappers are known for that? We don't give a fuck how intricate DMX get. We like that rough shit. Ain't that many rappers got that. It's your pen.
When they do the countdown, when you just sit there,
when you just sitting there,
there's a 3, 2.
Or they just shoot you in the sky. It just immediately.
Just so we clear, he didn't say turn that shit off because it's lame. He said turn that shit off because it's so powerful and effective at how he fucked Drake up. Joe Budden loves this song. He gonna say that he liked this song better than all of the songs.
And the change of speeds and what it do to your heart and your body. That is what Drake, Family Matters to Kendrick, Meet the Grams did. When Drake dropped, I thought Kendrick was in for a long weekend. I had just ironed some clothes. I'm going outside. My chauffeur is outside. We about to get lit. When this scary, spooky shit dropped, I started mourning the people that I lost. I text my kids. This Alchemist beat was so spooky. So spooky.
Spooky and sad at the same time.
Mistake number fucking 2 with your one-trick pony ass. Because push-ups, you was being jingly. Y'all say he was rapping. I say he was still being catchy.
He was. Sure.
And then on this shit you just dropped, as hard as it was, you still being catchy. Your opponent is dancing around Styles and controlled a mood change. A mood change happened. It's not that this record was so powerful that nobody wanted to hear that shit.
And it's all
It was that he instantly changed your mood. However lit you thought you was about to be with all that shit, it's dark. Alchemist.
I think people forgot the purpose of a beef on wax. Beef on wax meaning like, you're going to get somebody, but you're making songs about them. Your job is to publicly embarrass them, have everybody laughing and talking about them. Your job is to hurt them in a way that if they are in a room alone with no one around them, they're thinking about what you did to them. That's it. Everything else you can name leads to those 2 points. Name something and watch it leads to one of those 2 points. Kendrick Lamar did both of those with this song before They Not Like Us came out. This shit hurt Drake. And it saddens me that people have turned this entire song to the third verse about his daughter. I want y'all to think about this right here. I always pretend my enemies or people going against me are right. I don't pretend they're wrong. So let's say you're right. Kendrick Lamar just made up all that bullshit about his daughter. If you're right, when Drake listens to this song, when he gets to the verse about his daughter, Drake is laughing. He not worried because this shit is fake. You know when Drake was not laughing? That third verse. That third verse that broke down Drake's character and all the issues and problems he's having in life. And if Drake is a student of the game, that third verse slowly keeps going up. It slowly keeps going up until it ends on a banger. Fuck a rap battle. This is a whole life battle with yourself. Even if that hit Drake only at 90%, the other 10% was added from that song when the security guard got shot. Fuck a rap battle. Like, this is what you doing. You out here being fake. You doing this shit, trying to live this life. Look at what you doing. Look what happened. You are moving in actions that's proven me to be prophetic. The most damaging verse in Meet the Graham stays whether Drake has a daughter or not. That's that third verse. That shit killer. The third verse in Meet the Grahams is far more powerful and impactful than anything in Drake's song Family Matters. By far.
This is the best in the world at that. He didn't have to say nothing. He could let it be boom, boom, boom. He's the best.
Joe, is it so crazy?
He took the family shit and immediately that was the play. That was the fucking play.
Joe, did y'all catch how he kept everything still soulful and still to culture, even with the beat?
I will say this right here. I was going to take one of these beats and just shock the shit out of one of these motherfuckers making videos about me or whatever. But I'm like, I got a lot of new people listening and watching me right now. I'm not going to even give them that clout, but like, because I know they can't do what I do. They can't write like I write. They can't make songs like I, so it wouldn't be nothing they can do. I was going to fuck a motherfucker up. But I'm like, nah, I'm going to keep ignoring them because when I ignore them, they get so fucking angry and pissed off. They go live and start screaming and shit. I like that my mere presence fuck with a nigga that much that I can fuck up your day without even paying you attention. So I changed my mind.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
and they all sound different.
He's never leaving culture. He's
like
never leaving
that
culture.
That was the thing for me.
And he told you in Euphoria, your angles are predictable, and if you do that, I will be ready.
Well, he talked the last line of Euphoria. If you take it there, I'm taking it further and whisper.
And that's something you don't want to do.
That's the warning. That's it right there.
So back to you.
So at this point, you know, I'm trying to pretend like I'm Drake because he's trying to lie and be like, hey, you started this personal shit. There was nothing personal in Euphoria. Kendrick Lamar talked about him being a father. He didn't talk about him, his son. He talked about Drake not being a father. He focused on Drake. In my subjective opinion, Drake needed it in the entire 10 years from that one article that came out years ago. Drake was always going to bring up domestic violence. That was his ace in the hole. That was the one he thought that was going to get everybody. Oh, he's supposed to be this saint. I'm going to say how he beat the shit out of his wife, and then I'm going to end his career. He was so focused and knew that that shit was going to work that he was not prepared once the other side struck back.
Flip, if you are in a battle, You need an evergreen joint
that
you could drop no matter what.
Yeah, the third part is dope. I love the third part of Family Matters. I love the beat. I love the way he rhyming. But I told y'all I'm always honest with y'all. If you watch me live this week, you saw me give the third part so much praise, and I had only heard it 3 times, right? When I went back to listen 3 times today and the song is playing, I'm waiting for the third part. I'm like, yeah, my favorite part coming. It didn't hit that hard. So that means that in my mind, it's going down. They Not Like Us is still going up. The third verse and Meet the Grams to me is the same. It's still powerful and effective when I listen to it now.
That will have some effect. It didn't matter. The timing of it didn't matter of when he wrote this. It was when he dropped it. When you have it and you drop it. Change the whole mood, change the whole tempo of the battle. Even if you don't love this record, this did what it had to do, and it was the perfect record to lie on. If we go with the lie theory, this is the record I'm putting my biggest lie on.
It took me a second when I watched this podcast to catch what Joe's trying to say. If I'm going to shock these niggas out of this great song Drake made, that he put time into, that he made a video for, hell yeah, this is the perfect one to lie on. I'm not saying that Kendrick lied. I don't know if he lied, just like I don't know if Drake lied. Drake may be telling the truth. Kendrick may beat the shit out of his wife. I don't know. Drake may have a daughter. I don't know. But I get what he's saying. He's talking about strategy. Oh my God, man. Like, Kendrick Lamar is a human being. We looking at him like he's this God that's not affected by anything. But in reality, he could be affected by the things they're saying. He's just smart and not putting his emotions online. Kendrick Lamar could have been angry, or he could have been upset, or his heart could have been beating fast. He could have been worried, just like Drake worried. But he did the smart thing by not showing us. We don't know what the fuck this nigga thinking because we don't see him and he not saying nothing, while Drake putting his emotions online. So if that hurts you, if Family Matters hurt you, and you come back out, strategy wise, that live right here would be the perfect time to do it. But if I'm Kendrick and maybe he doing one of the 7 songs he got coming up, I'm pointing out how it took a black man telling you to never wear FUBU for you to wear it for the first time in your life. I got you going to a fucking Asian restaurant. It wasn't like I said, you a weak ass nigga, I bet you won't walk in there. I ain't say that. I said, I'll be chilling in that bitch eating some fried rice with the some sauce. And I got you getting with your whole team to go in that motherfucker. I'm moving you like a chess piece. The person, I'm not saying the person that's most affected. I'm saying the person that's showing that they're most affected by what the other person is saying is Drake.
The one that I'm stepping on your shit. Hey, he got a daughter. What?
And other kids.
That is genius. I don't give a fuck if Drake got a daughter or not.
That whole third verse, I don't even care about that. It's the last verse.
Yeah, the last verse was the one.
It's how he is playing psychology games.
Psychopath games, too.
Music.
Mental warfare.
Frequent.
Yeah, I'm about to fuck y'all head up, man. Y'all gotta give me credit for being the person that say how they feel, even if it don't look good. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna talk to y'all like I talk to my friends in the room with me where there's no camera around. So I'm finna say some shit right now. If Kendrick beat his wife, I wouldn't believe it from the shit Drake said. I would believe that Kendrick has beat his wife at his actions during this battle. His actions during this battle show that he has no problems going to the most extreme levels to make sure his point is put across. This shit I wouldn't normally say out loud, but I'm being real with y'all. The way Kendrick moved in this battle, being also mixed with him being short, that short Napoleon complex, that demonic evilness, hope you die. I can't sit up here and tell you that ain't the kind of personality that'll punch his girl in the motherfucking face. If Kendrick Lamar beat his wife, I believe it from his actions, not from what Drake said. And that's just me being real with y'all.
Sees chakras communication. If I say the N-word, you're gonna think nigga. I don't have to say nigga. Drake, and that's why, and all you fucking.
She said, Denise said, what, why? I'm just saying, like, if you pick the kind of personality that'll beat that, like, Kendrick Lamar goes 150% on every subject. If it's a subject about how black people are being treated and being misfair, been done wrong, the song Kendrick Lamar gonna make on that subject is gonna be 150%. You're gonna see all his passion. He gonna put everything into that. When Kendrick Lamar says that he hates Drake, he has put all his passion in everything to show you that this is real, my nigga. I hate Drake. So if I take that information and see how he moving in this entire battle to him being upset with his wife, these aren't the actions of a nigga who's just gonna walk away. These actions, nigga, like, I'm gonna let her mother fucking know. I'm just saying, I ain't on nobody's side. If you ask me, do I think Kendrick Lamar hit his wife? I'm gonna say no, because I don't have no evidence of that. Just like I say, Drake ain't got no daughter, because I ain't got no evidence of that. But I'm saying I wouldn't be shocked if it comes out that he hit his wife, because of how he's moving in this battle. It's showing me his mind. He's gonna do everything 150,000%. And that, and to Caliber's point here, if I upset any Kendrick Lamar fans, the way Drake has moved throughout his entire career, like I said in my last live I did last night, I wouldn't say that Drake molest anybody, because I don't have any evidence of that. But looking at this nigga's actions, look at how comfortable he be talking to teenage girls, looking at the amount of occurrences, I think Drake stuck his dick in some 17-year-olds. I'm sorry. I think Drake fucked some girl under the legal age. I believe, you know what I'm saying? Somebody, if it come out that shit happened, why would I be shocked? I ain't shocked.
Battle rap fact checkers that have entered the beef. Boy, I hate you fucking fact checkers. We want the lies.
Niggas
Make
been lying
the
forever.
lies sound a little believable, and that's the end of that. Like I said earlier, man, hey, you move.
I would say something else negative about Kendrick Lamar. Favorite thing around his dick. It was when they brought up the Tupac line. Like, nobody asked Tupac to fact check that he fucked Biggie girl. And to Joe Budden's point, I really don't give a fuck about lies. Your job is to make me believe it. The very first time I listened to Meet the Grams, when he got to that third verse about his daughter, my exact thoughts were, I really hope this man didn't just drop this verse. I hope this is not the way he going if he's not going to show any evidence, because what he has done, and this is while Kendrick Lamar still rapping. This is my first time hearing this, and I'm bobbing my head, and this is the thoughts I'm having. I'm like, if he don't drop proof or anything saying something this powerful, there's no more gray. It's only black or white. If he don't drop it, this shit don't count. Because this is such a huge deal. If he drops it, Drake's dead. He's fucking gone. That was my first time. So I never initially ever believed that portion. I love, and I think that this is more damaging than anything Drake put out in the series of Meet the Grams. We're not even talking about They Not Like Us. I'm talking about Meet the Grams. I thought it was more damaging than anything ever Drake ever done, because verse 1, verse 2, verse 4. Verse 1, you let this nigga talk to your son like that, and the shit he's saying is potent. This nigga told your son how nigga pissed on his daddy leg. Everybody think that daddy, my children think can't no nigga on earth beat me in a fight. My children think I can thump and knock John Jones out. That's how kids are supposed to feel about their father. This nigga talking to your son like that. This nigga talking to your mom and broke your dad down like that, and the shit he's saying is true. And then after talking to your son, your mom, your dad, he comes back and talks to you. I didn't need the daughter first. This shit cold as fuck. And now people out here posting, they are posting this song without the daughter verse. It still killed Drake.
From LA, you in Brooklyn, you've been engaged for a long time. I mean, whether it's true or not,
it's a good lie.
It's a great
we're
lie.
looking at you.
Mhm.
Great lie.
Hey, that lie could be true.
Oh, yeah. I got off subject with my rant. When I hear Tupac say, that's why I fuck your bitch, you fat motherfucker, and he started dissing Biggie them, I believe Tupac had sex with Faith Evans. I really believe that. He was more believable. Kendrick Lamar do enough to make me just feel certain that Drake had a daughter. So I take points away from Kendrick on that. But at the same time, Kendrick Lamar said it in one verse, and he got a lot of songs about Drake. Drake got all these songs about Kendrick, and 95% of how he dissed Kendrick is beating his wife. Drake, on 95% of what he said about Kendrick is beating his wife, I ain't believe that shit either. So with Kendrick, I got to throw one verse away. With Drake, I got to throw all this shit away.
Take it from a nigga that thought of some good lies. It gotta kind of be true a little bit. It don't matter that Drake didn't have a daughter. What matters is you had a child that we didn't know about until somebody told us you had it. And you did try your best to keep that as low as possible. You had a few paternity tests. You made some people sign paperwork. You sent that girl to the fucking bodega.
By the way, if you did as much research as I have and you looked into that shit like I have, it's more plausible that Tupac did not fuck Faith Evans because they only met that night in that club and they went studio. They never had no alone time. Niggas were with Pac the whole time and when she went back. So like he never had no opportunity to fuck her if you listen to what everybody who said who was around that night during that time. I'm not saying that as a bad thing. I'm saying that as a good thing. That's how effective Tupac was at making us believe some shit. I didn't feel that 100% certain in anything that Kendrick said about the daughter or Drake said about the domestic abuse or the son. Matter of fact, it's more plausible that Drake has a daughter than Kendrick Lamar raising a son that's not his. So Drake did worse in his bombshell.
In hell somewhere to never be seen or heard from again. So to just people listening that don't really care about facts.
Look at Breakheart over here. Where you been at, Breakheart? Where you been? I know where you been at, nigga. Nah, I'm fucking with you, man. I don't care where you been at, man. I know where you been at, though. But I don't care. Shout out to my boy Breakheart, man. I just want to be detailed about your comment, Break. The people that was with Pac that night are not saying they went to the hotel. I'm talking about the people that was actually in the building that night. They're not saying that.
You could have a daughter somewhere.
And you know the internet. They done went and
they found the daughter.
Little Mexican girl.
The internet found a daughter eternity.
They
I went to the
times
page.
up. The internet did this shit.
The internet going internet.
Tupac did something that Drake didn't do and that Kendrick didn't do. Tupac said, that's why I fuck your bitch, you fat motherfucker. And when the song came out, Tupac dropped a picture of him and Faith in the club. And think about that impact. Think about that. Wait, you ain't never in your life seen Tupac with Faith. That nigga started. This nigga say he fucked Biggie girl. Oh my God, there go the photo right there. Ain't no internet back then. We saw this shit in magazines. It's right here in the fucking. Oh my God. Tupac led with something to make it more believable. Kendrick ain't dropped shit on Drake having a child. Drake ain't dropped shit on Kendrick abusing his wife. Drake ain't dropped shit to show how would you, of all people, know if Kendrick's son's DNA is not that of his? Do you know what Drake would need? Like, it's easier for Kendrick. Like, Drake would literally need a DNA test. Why would you, of all people in the world who close to Kendrick Lamar, his friends, his mom, his family, everybody, why would you have this information? That's so fucking unbelievable. So Tupac did something that both of these new guys didn't do. So I just put Kendrick Lamar down and Drake down. Now I'm about to give them credit. I was telling somebody my favorite, look, your boy got the 13, your boy got the mic on his arm. Y'all know who I love. I got the mic on my arm. Why would I get the mic on my arm? LL Cannabis, them the niggas that I'm listening to. I'm telling people, my personal favorite battle song of all time is Cannabis Second Round Knockout. And a lot of people got Tupac Hit 'Em Up and they got Cannabis shit second or Cannabis shit third. I ain't gonna need a lot of y'all, bro. 2 days ago, I wanted somebody to hear this shit. They never heard it. I played Cannabis Second Round Knockout after listening to Kendrick Lamar songs and Drake songs. And that shit just sounded so watered down. I mean, it's the same shit that happened in life. You know what I'm saying? Wilt Chamberlain scored 100 points, but the niggas he scored it on, you evolve in life. The training regimen and shit that Jordan did better than Wilt. The training regimen and shit that LeBron doing better than Jordan. You just gonna evolve in life. Kendrick Lamar and Drake. Shout out to Drake too. Niggas think I hate Drake. Both Kendrick Lamar and Drake showed that hip hop is moving in a different evolution. I'm not talking about the nastiness of saying somebody got a child. I'm not talking about the nastiness of saying that somebody beat their wife. I'm talking about in the way that they constructed these lyrics, the way that they constructed these songs, and the way that they constructed their game plan to destroy the other person. When you go back and listen to these old diss songs, like I may be caught in the moment, my nigga. You talking about a nigga who got the mic tatted on him. I may be caught in the moment, but bruh. Both of these niggas got at least 2 songs better than Second Round Knockout. Am I caught in the moment? Break heart? Am I just caught up in the moment's caliber? Like, I played that the other day and I'm like, oh, you think them niggas doing some shit? Listen to this. This is my favorite. Listen to Cannabis destroy fucking LL. And I'm listening to that shit. I'm waiting for some nuke. And I'm like, watch me rip this hat from your arm. Kick you in your groin. Stick you for your vein and go to the wall in front of your mom. Your first, second, and third born. That nigga Cannabis starting to sound like KRS-One in the 80s. Stick you for your go. Ward, second and third mom. Make your wife get on a horn. Come in. It's a Farrakhan. Like, damn, that nigga sound, they made him sound so dated, he sound like he in the 80s instead of the, damn. Am I tripping? Am I caught in the moment? Or did Kendrick and Drake both have a bigger evolution? Like, I'm scared. I'm legitimately scared to play Ether. I'm scared after hearing how intelligent both Drake and Kendrick was in this whole beef that I'm gonna hear Ether wait for the same shit and that shit gonna sound lame compared to what these niggas putting out. I'm scared. I'm not playing Ether no more. I'm just gonna let it stay in my mind where it's at. I'm never listening to Ether again.
Internet made me believe it. I was like, oh shit.
Joe, all right.
They got him.
Well, and then he came out and said, if you find, I'm coming to you, if you find a daughter of mine, this is from ACT, when I had to lead a hookah club, about to talk to ACT, but if you find a daughter of mine, I will come and work for y'all. There's no way that you will find a daughter of mine. I took his word. I believe him.
Okay.
I don't think he has a daughter. I don't think that was his daughter, but that did not stop the internet.
Yeah, no, and see the part, and that's
what's MTG? I'll put it to you this way, Denise. I'm sorry. I don't think that Drake has a daughter that he knows about. It could be a situation where he didn't talk to somebody, went to him, went and visit the family and all that shit, and be a bombshell that he could drop and he can destroy Drake. Like, nigga can come out with a video and be like, the whole video could be him in a hospital, and Drake think he in a hospital, but he really at a DNA clinic, and he taking DNA for his son. And he can end the video be like, you know, I prove mine, and he have a little girl with him, and I prove yours. And then Drake take the DNA test and the little girl his. What is MTG? I feel stupid right now because it's second person. Hold on. What is MTG? Oh, Meet the Grams. Okay. Meet the Grams. Now you're right. Meet the Grams is worse than Ether. But when you say worse, you mean like it's more damaging. You're not saying it's a worse song. Yeah. Okay, I see what you're saying. I got you. I'm a little slow, y'all. Drake would have drug cannabis to hell, good rapping and all. All right, that's a great conversation. That's why I want to do a panel with a bunch of people instead of me talking about myself, because I think Drake would have beat cannabis depending on the time period. I think cannabis would have wiped the floor with Drake if they battled in the 90s. Because think about it, in the 90s, they loved that shit. People were shocked. People were like, we have never heard a nigga rap like this ever. This nigga was like on 13 out of a scale of 1 to 10 on lyricism. And people were scared of him. When cannabis came, Jay-Z was scared. Everybody was scared of this nigga. But it didn't age well. And then cannabis, like the reason I heard it, I played a little bit of Chino XL. I play a little bit of cannabis. I play a little bit of what's the nigga? Rap really, really fast with paint on his face and shit. Tech 9. I start playing all these people, and you can see it in their face. They're connecting the dots. I'm like, oh, I see Eminem listen to these people. But it didn't age well because once cannabis started doing it, and you got people sitting at home with their notebooks out and shit, they're going to start doing what cannabis doing. You know what I'm saying? And then it went to the next evolution with battle rap, you know. But I think, yeah, it depends on the time period. Yeah, but if it was now, and I'm not saying 40-some-year-old cannabis, I'm saying 23-year-old prime cannabis, 23 years old, if he went against Drake now, Drake would easily beat him. So it depends on the time period. Yeah, I saw that article.
Where he jumped out. Hold on. The part where he jumped out on the internet, put the little meme up. That's where you lost me. Again, I don't like you.
So you've been over there with the enemies. If you've been over here where the people was at, we were having great conversation, you would have know I bought this same lyric up, DJ Travo. I said that this should not work on paper. Calling a man a 69 guard should not work. When Kendrick was writing it down, Kendrick got some big ass balls because I would have been scared that this is not gonna work. But it worked. It worked better than the hardest bars Drake has in this entire thing. One of the most damaging things is that Drake got to live with the fact that people finna go to the club and say, 69 guard, you a 69 guard. People finna say, people about to sing to tell other people to run for their lives away from this nigga, and they're gonna have fun doing it. So, like, okay.
I have a daughter. Somebody please bring her to me. Something he said along them lines. I'm like,
here's my issue listening to you, Joe. Why is it okay for Drake not to lie, but it's okay for Kendrick to lie?
No. I want all lies.
You were just a couple of minutes ago. You were just hard on Drake, like, oh, you saying you're offended me.
Yo, quick story for people who just now meet me. Some of y'all in battle rap already know this. This nigga right here on the screen, Queen Flip. He wanted to fight me. I thought that was the funniest shit in the world. This nigga told people, I'm coming to Atlanta and John Real got to see me. That nigga on the screen said that. He said he got to see me. And I'm like, he don't know how I motherfucking get down. So he came to Atlanta. I was at work. I was in a motherfucking shirt and tie. When he flew, he touched down in Atlanta. True to his word, he hit me up to see him. Me, I get it. I can get how people can look at me because I don't portray myself as no gangster. Maybe I got some Kendrick Lamar in me when I'm a little bit crazy. Like I don't play that shit when the niggas trying to fuck with me. When he hit me up to meet him, address please. Chris Unbiased, other people hit me up. They're like, "You gonna meet this nigga for real? You ain't gonna call your niggas in there?" Nah, nigga, I don't give. I get tunnel vision. No man finna fly here and ask me to motherfucking meet him. I'm finna beat shit out of this nigga. I ain't even changing clothes. I wanna beat him up in a shirt and tie because it's gonna be more embarrassing for him when I choke his ass to sleep. I ain't changing clothes. I ain't unbuttoning. I'm going just like I am. He didn't ever respond. He never responded. I don't know what the fuck happened. I ain't trying to say he's scary or nothing. All I'm saying is the truth. The nigga took down Atlanta. The nigga asked me to meet him. I said, "What's up?" Well, I ain't hear nothing else. But it's just, you can run across my page and see me talking about Drake, and I be involved in a lot of big shit. Like, they go, Joe Budden podcast, niggas try to fight me. Daylight, who they saying Ghost wrote for Drake a back-to-back. They sound I'm really cool with Daylight in real life. You know what I'm saying? So I be tied to a lot of shit.
But it's okay for Kendrick to make up a lie. Nigga, we should both hold them on the equal playing field of lying. So that means if Drake, we had to look at Drake funny for lying, bringing up Whitney, saying all these stuff about Free. We should look at that nigga Kendrick for saying all that shit about his 11-year-old.
I'm not looking at anybody funny for lying. I want lies in my bag.
But you remember what you said a couple minutes? I don't think you remember what you said like 20, 30 minutes ago.
Yo, I remember when he asked to meet me, and I was thinking he had gotten into a fight with another dude I'm cool with. I'm real life friends with, named ARP. He getting a lot of coverage right now because he's covering the Drake shit and on the channel. RBE. RBE is a battle rap company, and so he's using that to blog now because he's not hosting events anymore. And he got into a fight with ARP, and he bit him. And the worst shit he could do was let me know prior to meeting me that he willing to bite a nigga. So when I'm ready to go, my brain is like, knock this nigga out as fast as possible. Do that nigga dirty. He's willing to bite you. Ain't no nigga finna bite my motherfucking skin. Ain't no nigga finna do the pit bull shake on me. This nigga is not getting in arm's reach, going in for the kill quick. He bit a nigga. That's all I need to know.
I said it's not believable.
You said that when
I
Drake
want
said,
lies.
no, wait, hold on.
You know why it's not believable though? Because, and I've been having this conversation, dog, niggas want to believe the worst about the nigga. Niggas, let me talk, please. Nigga, anybody you get in a conversation with,
I believe you.
You could say, yo, Drake is an alien. He live on Mars part-time. Niggas be like, yeah, I knew he looked funny. And then the nigga say something about Kendrick and niggas be like, yo, you think that's true? I don't know if that's true.
This is how I would have destroyed him in the debate. This is why I'm different than most niggas, right? He's trying to say that Kendrick Lamar has an advantage because if he say something about Drake, they're going to believe it. But if Drake say something about him, they're not going to believe it. I would ask, what's his name? This Ish, right? I would ask Ish, like, Ish, if you know this information, do you think Drake knows this? He probably going to say, yeah. But even if he say no, I got something to say either way. But more than likely, him like, yeah, if I know it, nigga, I'm from the outside. He gonna be like, Drake know it. Okay, so if Drake goes into a fucking battle, knowing that they're more likely to believe the other person, he voluntarily went into this battle. So that means that Drake knew the assignment. That means that Drake knew he had to push harder to get people to believe him. He still did not accomplish the goal. Drake confidently knew this information and still went into it like he's going to destroy Kendrick. He still knew this information and went into it bragging so much that he's saying, nah, you following through. He begged for this, knowing the culture loves this man so much more than they love his ass, that they're more likely to believe him. So ain't no motherfucking excuses. Ain't no motherfucking excuses. If I go to voluntarily fight a nigga 6'7", Ain't no excuses if I get knocked out. I'm 6 feet tall. He's 6'7", and I'm talking shit to this 6'7" tall ass nigga. I'm just belittled. I'm laughing at this nigga and all. When he uses his long ass reach to jab me into oblivion, make me so frustrated, I run right into the powerful right hand he's been setting up with that long ass jab. I do not get to wake up from being unconscious and be like, that nigga 6'7". That nigga jab longer than mine. I don't get to say that shit because I went into the fight knowing the advantages that he had. So shut the fuck up with that dumb shit and making excuses. Drake knew this shit and he begged for it. He got to take it.
Don't matter what is said and how egregious, niggas automatically believe it about Drake and niggas question it about Kendrick.
Let me ask you a question real quick. If I catch Imani, if I caught Imani last month with a crack pipe,
Yo.
This example.
You don't do no crack.
I know, but
that's a lie.
That's crazy.
We have to pick the most outlandish thing because we know you don't smoke crack.
I know you going. I caught him with one.
You did get skinny.
You know what's crazy? If I start losing weight,
you did get low weight.
Well,
I know you going. I know where you going.
So now, if I turn around and tell y'all, yo, I saw Imani smoking crack this last weekend, it's more believable because you already got a track record of this happening. So that's what it's just the believability of the lie.
And that's why I said it could be any lie.
But we're not talking about any lie. We're talking about a lie that we are
very specific.
Very specific lie that just happened.
You telling you got believable lies that you're saying about something.
Just another example of people following somebody's rabbit hole when they don't have to follow the rabbit hole. All they had to tell them, I don't give a fuck. Whatever advantages you feel, Drake knew it coming in and he accepted it. But they're following his rabbit hole, so they're trying to explain some shit they don't need to explain. I see this shit happening all the time.
Somebody who has maintained their mystique for 15 years. So the nigga's character, he is who he is and he was who he was before he got here.
Allegedly.
Drake's character.
No disrespect to him. But what we know. True.
What we and the masses and the public know, how he's presented himself, there doesn't seem to be a chink in the armor, and it certainly wouldn't be family. Guess what? Even if there's family problems. See, that's the point that I'm trying to drive.
That's the advantage.
That's the point I'm trying to drive home.
I'm agreeing with
No,
you.
that's the advantage. That's the advantage and disadvantage.
That's my point.
That's
if
it.
you in the biggest battle in the world, and like I said, your high school sweetheart, your fiance, blah, blah, blah. Outside of the internet hip-hop fans, this regular working, married, lovey humans listening to this, that is a very believable, that's a very normal happenstance is what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not deterring people that have some experience in that area because for a lot of people, that's some of the most trying times of their life.
This is how crazy it is. I saw women online defending the DV.
What?
I saw women like everybody in relationships go through physical. I saw women defending the domestic violence. It fucked me up, my nigga. I said, yo, he can't win. It's impossible for him to win the second that women are sitting online defending the domestic violence.
Wait, hold on. But
it fucked my head up.
No, stop it, Ish.
I swear to God, I'll show it to you.
I believe that, but what they're saying is the truth, though.
And either way, it's Drake's fault. Either Drake should have knew this information going in, or if he didn't know this information, he shouldn't have went in. Like, either way, that's what I'm saying. Like, people get mad at me because I always put shit back on the person. I can always put everything back on Drake because whatever excuse you make, Drake went into this motherfucker with so much confidence. And if Drake did not know this information and Kendrick Lamar is accusing him of not being of our culture, you're proving him right. They're not trying to hear that shit. I don't care.
Huh? What they're saying, even though what they're saying is true. Everybody.
So what?
Hold on.
A lot of shit be true.
That's hypocritical as well.
No, it's hypocritical for people to pick and choose when it's acceptable.
But then that's a different statement because we will all come on here, not you guys, but I've said before that niggas.
The problem I see, niggas ain't looking at this shit like it's life or death. If I go I'm gonna give you a real life scenario, right? People don't like to admit this, but the United States lost the war with Vietnam. don't come making excuses. Them motherfuckers had booby traps. They was high. They wasn't fighting fair, and they wasn't just shooting as we shooting them. The motherfucker got holes and shit. The motherfucker got booby traps, cutting our balls off. Nigga, you went over there. You went over to them motherfucking people land. Ain't no excuses. You went over there to Vietnam. That's their plan of attack to win, and they won. They drove the United States all the way down to the southernmost fucking point of a beach to the last time the helicopters picked us up and flew us away, and we ran. We ran because their game plan was better. Ain't no motherfucking rules. I don't want to hear no fucking excuses from a nigga who had the most ultimate confidence that he was going to beat Kendrick Lamar so easily. All he was going to do, build up, drop Family Matters, have a fucking music video for it, and then he had his vacation plan. What kind of idiot think they're going to drop a song, have their vacation plan against one of the top lyricists of his generation that won a Pulitzer Prize? It's Drake. It's his mistake going into the game plan, period. I don't want to hear no fucking excuses. I don't give a fuck what you say. Well, you know he black, that black people love him the most, and white people love Drake the most, and more white people than ever, and he getting all these motherfucking views and shit. Ask yourself why these white people are liking what Kendrick Lamar said more than Drake. Ask yourself why these Asian people are liking what Kendrick Lamar said more than Drake. Ask yourself why everybody in the fucking world is liking what Kendrick Lamar said more than Drake. This Drake's arrogance that he lost. And he had nobody to blame but his fucking self. Think you're going to make one goddamn song and ride off in the sunset against Kendrick fucking Lamar?
Have situations in their home and we should mind their business. And you agreed with that. So now you're surprised that the women are saying
you're missing my point.
This is the problem with the tea.
You're missing
this is the problem with the tea and the beef.
True.
Relying on TMZ raps is a problem in a beef. Because no one can prove that.
But that's no. Listen, the bottom line is there's advantages and disadvantages to beefing. Matchups makes the fight.
True.
If you're going against somebody,
that's what you meant.
Oh,
no, it's both. It's both. No, both.
Yeah. If you're going against someone who has the mystique, who has all that, and you choose to go down the path of creating narratives of lies, most likely your shit ain't going to land as well as theirs.
True.
You designed a plan that puts you.
That's it.
And I said that. I'm saying that's the. I'm agreeing with you.
So my thing is this. In that respects, Drake, you're smart. Maybe you should choose not to go down this route or initiate this route because now if this guy decides to go that, your chances of losing on that merit is more likely higher than him.
It's almost like he lacked the self-awareness.
I'm agreeing. Look.
I don't know this dude they got on their show, but this nigga spit number of facts the entire time. Nigga sound like me and shit. No, I would never life coach or mentor because I could be great 99.9% of the time and help a lot of people's lives. That 0.1% chance that I tell somebody some shit and it's wrong and this shit goes bad, I will feel horrible. I wouldn't want that on my conscience. A lot of times you meet my friends in real life, when they start being upset and they're thinking about a why in a row of they don't know what to do, they'll let you know. I get quiet. I get quiet because this is a pivotal moment for them. And I don't want to have nothing to do with influencing them of which road they're taking that why. I don't want that on my conscience. I don't want that on my conscience. I feel like ultimately, even if they pick that bad route, they'll learn from that, and sooner or later they'll pick the best route to go. But I don't want them picking that bad route because that lean on me. And what if they was leaning towards the other way? And then now they're like, I listened to John, and now I'm in some fucked up shit. So that's why I wouldn't want to be a life coach.
Look,
arrogance usually dictates you
without self-awareness.
Exactly.
The common theme is the arrogance. I disagree, but it's cool.
Expand on saying though.
Okay, what I'm saying is he lost. The second he opened his mouth, he lost. Right?
Oh, that was my question.
Because if you're saying, "Yo, I'm this guy," to the world, we came up here before Drake ever opened his mouth and said, "Yo, Kendrick is this. He's a family man. I
disagree with him. Y'all teach me what to do to get famous so I can debate people. I don't even want the money or clout, none of that. I just want to be a fucking voice in a room that I know that they've never dealt with before. He said that Drake lost as soon as he opened his mouth. How? How did Drake lose as soon as he opened his mouth when Drake made push-ups and everybody loved push-ups? Drake made push-ups, followed push-ups with tailor-made freestyle, and it was so damaging that 1-2 punch, and with him being that arrogant, like, nah, you following through, that at that point, everybody thought there's no way Kendrick Lamar can win. No way Kendrick Lamar can win. So when Kendrick Lamar comes out of that fucking negative hole and starts to win, you do not get to change the narrative that Drake had no chance when the motherfucker was up. You're saying your opinion now based upon what Kendrick Lamar said. You had no idea what Kendrick Lamar said. So that means it could have been any black man in that position. If I would have said, if I would have went against him, Drake would have beat me. If it would have been fucking Chance the Rapper, Drake would have won against all these fucking people. They're all black. Let me. What about Black Thought from the Roots? He very pro-black. Black people love him. Drake would have won. So it's Kendrick Lamar. He could not handle Kendrick Lamar. It wasn't the fact they had no chance of winning. He had a strong-ass chance of winning because Drake can rap. Or he has a bunch of people that can write good raps for him. He had an excellent fucking chance to win. He just fucking lost. That's it.
Stand-up quality, good guy, right? Everybody believes that. I still believe that. He's a good dude, right? Cool. So when Drake starts to show, let's say, just for the sake of this conversation, that everything Drake said is right. I still hear people saying, so? Cool. But now he's saying XYZ about Drake, and it's landing from the same people that just said so about the shit that he's saying.
I don't think you just destroyed your own point, and none of them was smart enough to realize that. You just said that now people are saying, so what if Drake was right? All right, so then you flip it and get mad when they believe Kendrick. So you're saying it's okay for them to believe Drake is right, but you don't like it when they believe Kendrick is right. Make it make sense to me. If both men were right, Drake lost. If both men are lying, Drake lost. The only way Drake wins is if he's telling 100% truth and Kendrick Lamar telling 100% false. Ask yourself, out of all scenarios, why do you need it to be that way? Why do you need it to be that Drake told 100% truth and Kendrick Lamar, everything he said was false? You need it that way because you're rooting for Drake and he got his ass whipped. I'm cool with them niggas being on even terms, meaning I'm cool if both of them niggas lied. I'm cool if both of them niggas told the truth. I keep them on equal terms. We don't have no evidence on either. Why am I cool with them on equal terms, but you need one of them motherfuckers to be telling the truth and one of them motherfuckers to be lying? Because they got his ass whipped.
People are saying so. I think people are saying we don't believe you.
Slow down.
No,
slow down.
That's my point.
Slow down. I do want to respond to that.
Me too.
Pretending that it's all true, you run the risk of gaining your opponent the sympathy vote.
I know, because people want to sympathize.
Let me talk. No, that's something to sympathize with. If you came in here and told me that you thought your kid that was yours is somebody else's, niggas with hearts will sympathize with that. You don't think so? Cool. I'm asking you a question.
There's no accusation Kendrick Lamar put on Drake that people would sympathize with. People would not sympathize with pedophilia. People would not sympathize if you had a daughter that you're purposely not raising. So you're pointing out that Drake's strategy was fucking stupid to open it up for people to sympathize. You know how many people that had a long-term bad relationship? You know how many men in this country that had to move away and they only knew of waking up to their children every day and now they're away from them? It's your stupid ass boy Drake who proposed these situations in the Heartbreak Sick and Family Matters. Drake is the only one that put out an allegation that if it were true, people could feel sorry for that person. Everything Kendrick Lamar put out an accusation on was fucking damaging and bad.
Question, do you think so?
Yes and no. I think when you're painting
versus
let me answer you.
Versus you're a pedophile.
I know. No, but when you're painting the picture of being, and you added that piece. But all right, go ahead.
I certainly didn't add
You
it.
did, because we wasn't talking about pedophilia. We was talking about the particular point that you were talking
But
about.
your
I think
stance
that if
was
you're the
why-
quote unquote family man and you have this great life, and now somebody comes in to say, "Yo, my nigga, your life ain't so good. You fronting." That's a point to be made. That's a point. In war.
That point pales in comparison to somebody saying you are a pedophile.
We just bought.
But listen, that was in the response though. That's the part I think you missing. Yeah, you're right.
We didn't
You're
even
right.
get to that piece yet.
He stepped on it 40 minutes later with that.
Nah, and we're gonna keep going.
I know.
It was 40 minutes.
Yo,
40
is pointing out that is pointing out that worth taking the risk of what you know he's gonna say in response.
But wait, not just that. It's pointing out that with all the breadcrumbs that people are now going back to point out, the conversations here, it's like, one, do we believe it or not? The other one, damn, we got a lot of shit that look like that we could actually go and verify that looks like there could be some validity here.
And my question to you is what do you think there was for Drake to win before this battle started?
Nothing. I don't. If I'm Drake, I wouldn't even have battled. I wouldn't have said nothing.
Trying to be
Because what I think-
Dranos again.
No,
to
because
just
what I
collect-
think is he was
collect
damned.
another Kendrick head.
I think he
to
was damned
put
if he
in one
did,
of
and he was damned if he didn't. I don't think he really.
You think that Drake was damned if he did, damned if he didn't, after hearing the results of everything that happened. You did not think that Drake was damned if he did, damned if he didn't when he dropped push-ups. You didn't think that after he made Tailor-Made Freestyle. You're thinking that after the effective approach, lyrics, song, and strategy specifically that Kendrick Lamar did. You're talking shit in hindsight because you saw a lopsided ass whipping with the entire world clowning Drake. The entire world was not clowning Drake when Tailor-Made Freestyle dropped. The entire world was thinking, this nigga is on Kendrick Lamar's ass. You're talking in hindsight.
really had an opportunity to win this.
Then why do you think he was outside with the posturing like he was looking for somebody nicknamed the Boogeyman?
No, because now in the art of war, like, yo, I think he has an ego problem. I think he's lived on the media. I think he's lived in public life for the last 20 years, 15 years or so, right? So that's just a part of his.
You gotta accept it. You can't do shit and not accept it. I remember I was on dating apps. I have a disadvantage when I was on dating apps because we live in a world now where people gonna Google your name or they're gonna find your phone number and try to find out shit about you. They're gonna see all of this shit. I don't get to see this about the women I'm on dates with. They get a clear advantage of me. So for me to go live into streaming or to be a YouTuber or to make documentaries or to make films and movies, that means that I'm accepting everything that comes with it. I'm not being a little bitch. The way I'm gonna have to do my first date gonna be different than how another nigga gotta do his first dates with women. I didn't talk to a chick from a dating app, and we've been talking back and forth for like 4 or 5 days, and then after the 5th day, she's like, "Yeah, you John Crimes." I'm like, "What?" She's like, "Yeah, I used to watch you all. I watch you all the time. You used to do this shit the whole fucking time." You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to accept the responsibility of the life that you live. Drake could have been quiet like Jay-Z is. He don't let people know his personal life. Drake chose to come out here and be public. Drake chose to be one of them rappers that stay on fucking Instagram and all this shit all day. Drake made these choices. So don't make these life choices, get into a battle with a nigga who don't let nobody know shit about his fucking life, and then cry about it when you get your ass whipped. You have to be a man and accept the responsibilities of the kind of life that you voluntarily chose.
Daily routine. You get what I'm saying? I think that it's like, yo, you calling me out? All right, nigga, I'm outside. What's up? I can rap. You're not thinking about what the repercussions would be. I think that nobody thought about that. When you nigga punch you in your face, you don't think that the nigga got brothers that's killers. You just know a nigga put their hands on you in the middle of this club. Let's fight.
Not all the time.
You know what I think? I really.
No, I think that you're absolutely correct. I ain't even go down that rabbit hole to try to prove it. You're absolutely correct. Nigga hit me, I don't care about it. I ain't think about nothing. No suing, the fact that I could hit him, he can die, I'm on trial for murder. I'm hitting your ass back. You're right. The difference is I accept that responsibility. You're asking Drake not to accept this responsibility. You're saying somebody hit Drake and he just went crazy. He didn't think about the consequence. He went right in. Okay. When he think about that, accept it. I get mad and rush and hit a nigga and he fucking hit his head on the concrete. He died. I accept it, man. I accept it. I gotta go to prison 25, 30 years. I fucked up. I accept it. I'm finna go do my time. I accept it. Drake, accept the ass whipping. Drake fans, accept the fact he lost in every way. There's no category left. He lost in every category. He lost so bad, you look stupid when you say that he won. It happened. They fought. He lost. Accept it.
I think coming off of that Pusha loss, with what was exposed about him, I think that Drake really believed that I could take the DV route with you and the whole might not be your kid thing, and that's going to be enough.
Yes, I agree.
And I was holding that, so I'm daring you to come out.
I agree with that.
So that once I drop this on you, I'm forcing you back in your hole, and you can't come back out.
I agree with you. I agree with you.
He just underestimated.
I agree with you.
You don't hear the difference in somebody focusing on one target versus somebody focusing on everybody?
Yes, we hear the difference.
If you focus on one person, it just opens up your brain, allows your brain to just do different things. If you write something down and just look at it and focus on that one thing you wrote down, your brain is going to think of 10 things it didn't think of before.
But maybe he didn't have a lot.
That's just how brains work.
But maybe he didn't have a lot to say about Kendrick except for that line.
Then you need it.
So you have to put fillers. You always have to add fillers.
Then the fillers didn't need to be. I needed to find.
I don't think these niggas is hearing the actual words out of their mouth, right? Think about it. He just said, maybe Drake rapped about the other guys because he didn't have nothing else to say about Kendrick Lamar. Who fucking problem that is? Who problem that is? So you're telling me that Drake voluntarily went into a battle knowing he didn't have that much information on a nigga. He didn't have no second game plan. He have no nothing. Who problem that is? Y'all making excuses for somebody. Y'all making fucking excuses. That's Drake problem. He shouldn't have fucking went in the battle then.
Fillers about Flip, not start attacking all the other people I got beat.
But then the lies got criticized. See what I'm saying?
Well, you need to expound on the line. Kendrick, we don't know that Kendrick said anything true.
Yeah,
but we don't know that any of these people
but this boy is being persecuted in the public opinion.
One person made a movie
He's
out
still
of
in
it.
character.
I got to get on one of these shows. He said, you're right. We don't know if anything Kendrick said is true, but he's being persecuted. He's not being persecuted because of what Kendrick said in the song. He's being persecuted because after Kendrick said that in the song, they went looking up information on Drake and found shit that they see that they feel that's disturbing. They feel that I understand why Kendrick said this. They see multiple friendships with 14-year-old girls. They see him taking the girl out and she got an underage sister in the club with him. They're finding these things. They're not disturbed by what Kendrick said. They're disturbed by what they found. What they found.
The tone of his voice. He's still treating these records like he's still doing an album.
Yes.
I see what
That's the difference.
Yes.
That's the difference.
Yes. And one nigga, not to bring back Mos Def, was doing some Target shit. One nigga was trying to get the singy bops and get shit going. One nigga was doing Martin Scorsese type shit. This is ridiculous. I'm telling you.
All these songs.
This is nuts.
All these songs without Drake being a vocal point, you could take these lyrics and still strip them and put them on an album. They'll still be dope albums cuts.
Even that little line, that's law. Even him saying little shit like that, just lean. Oh my God.
Mama,
at this point, I sat down in the bed.
Same.
I thought about not going out no more.
The bitches fit him better.
What? Damn. What are y'all telling me right now?
Shit, bro.
Honestly, what are y'all telling me right now?
Why your face like that?
What is
This is you can't appreciate the ball.
I don't even know why you asking. Why you asking him?
My bad.
Why are you asking him?
It's good.
Oh
It's
my
nice, but
God.
Yo, y'all bugging.
Thank you. It's nice.
Oh
It's not better than Family Matters.
God.
No,
This is
no,
way
we're not
better
saying
than Family Matters.
We forgot Family Matters existed.
I was just ready to say that.
We
One thing I see people doing wrong is that, like, when you're judging shit that has no judge, I don't give a fuck what it is. I don't care if it's a rap battle. If there's no judge, you should be looking at shit two ways. I look at shit how I feel, and then I look at shit as how the public feel. I'll give you two different scenarios with that. And we're going to use Family Matters for both. I don't think Family Matters is an amazing diss track. That's me. But I ask myself, how does the public feel? From what everybody's saying, the public feels like Family Matters is a great diss track. I look at it two ways. I'm indifferent. I don't feel what the public feel. I look at it both ways. I feel that Meet the Grams is an amazing fucking diss track. I feel that Meet the Grams was one of the most effective diss tracks of all time. One of the most effective. When I look at public opinion, everybody was shocked when they heard that. Everybody stopped talking about Family Matters when that dropped. It served its purpose. You cannot say that this was an ineffective song when he dropped it 43 minutes later, and that's all everybody was talking about. At this time, there was no Not Like Us. There was only, and people made videos, Family Matters versus Meet the Grams. That night, that wasn't even 24 hours, maybe 16 hours before Not Like Us came out, people was already declaring Kendrick Lamar the winner. People was, all they could talk about was the shop. So you can't say that that song did not serve its purpose. It served its purpose and then some. And this is all prior to Not Like Us.
But God, Family Matters even happened. By the time we get to verse 2, we never played Family Matters again till 2 days later.
I won't say that.
I said 2 days later.
I don't agree.
I said 2 days later for me, nigga.
Okay.
After this,
Okay.
Not Like Us came out.
Okay.
Family Matters never saw burn for 2 days.
Okay. I heard that, and I 100% ran it back, and I did go back to Family Matters.
You niggas that need therapy like this shit.
What the
Holy shit. You niggas that need therapy like this shit. No disrespect, but
Get your shit off. Get in your bag.
You niggas, it's not about getting the bag, but you niggas that understand it was dark. Nobody, nigga, we like.
So niggas that like introspection.
The untrained ear, the untherapeutic ear. Nigga, we listen to that like, all right, that's cool. All right.
That's like y'all need therapy.
Yo, this is my theory on diss songs, right? And you probably can tell I used to battle. I remember when I first started battling, I was in the Air Force. And I hadn't been around the whole world. I grew up listening to New York lyricists, Cannabis and everybody. And so every Air Force base I would get to, I find niggas that rap and I try to kill them. I remember I got to Korea. I put my bags up and shit. Like, we take you out, we get drunk. And I say, like, come on, nigga. Every base we go to, there's that one nigga. There's that, who's the nigga with that rap? And they told me this Mexican dude, I ain't gonna say Puerto Rican guy to be Zoe. His name was Zoe. I'm like, I don't see Zoe. First night, I ain't been in that bitch. I got off the plane at 4 o'clock, put my shit up. We go out to the club and shit, and we stand outside after the club in Korea. And I see Zoe. The nigga can rap. He sound like a New Yorker, like a Hispanic, he sound like a big pun. You know what I'm saying? Like a slower big pun. He can rap. He got lyrics. I got battle lyrics. Like, I'm coming at you. I dusted that nigga off. My brain was to destroy you, the individual, in my fucking face. So for me to have all of these battles with people around the world, real lyricists, when I get stationed at Robins Air Force Base, which is next to Macon, Georgia, where I'm from, and they got this battle night. And I'm like, these niggas, these little local, little small town Georgia niggas, I'm finna kill these niggas. I'm finna kill them. I'm in the car before I go inside, and I'm sitting in the car like this. I'm putting myself in murder mode. I'm finna murder these niggas. So I go inside the battle, and I get into round 1 because you had to win every round. It was like 8 miles till you win the whole night. Them niggas would grab the microphone, and they would cater towards the crowd. They had a crowd crying, doing all that shit before they start rapping and shit. And I be sitting there with the most serious face, like, he just wasting time. He don't even, bro, I'm about to kill you. I done looked at your whole outfit. I done looked at everything I'm about to kill you. What I'm getting at is, I feel like Drake was focusing on the audience. And Kendrick Lamar, I mean, it's a lot of first person shit in here where he talking directly to Drake. Kendrick's goal wasn't to make everybody happy. Kendrick's goal was to hurt Drake's soul. Kendrick's goal was to get into Drake's head and make this nigga overthink everything. Meet the Grams is a direct track. Kendrick don't give a fuck about me. He don't give a fuck about you. He ain't looking at none of this shit. Bitch, you gonna hear this. You gonna hear this, and this gonna affect you. When your goal, I didn't even know the stream left. I didn't even know. When you focus on one nigga that close and you trying to hurt his soul, right? Like I told y'all, if you watch my videos, when I did the video about the shooting at Drake house, I told you I had a friend named Donnell. Donnell, I got so mad. Nigga made a diss song about me. And when he made a diss song about me, he was rapping and he was trying to cater to the making audience. I was saying shit that hurt you. I was saying shit that, nigga, I was your best friend. I know you. I know what hurt you, nigga. Speaking of water, this one from Keena and Shayla, who had your baby, who you never got to see or never gave her no payments. Speaking of water, nigga, girl name was Keena Waters. Like, I was saying shit like how he fucked his life up so bad. Some nigga would laugh and saying that Donnell clown me. I wanted to show him his life so fucked up and he'll be trapped in Macon for so long. You know what he did? That nigga moved and left the state. The nigga was laughing saying that he clowned me, but he left the state based on what I'm saying. When you focus and aim on what hurt a nigga, they react. And people can see that reaction. People can see that. So when you focus on a nigga like that, even though you aiming directly at him, because those words are going to be more powerful, going to be more potent towards the person you're aiming them at, it's going to get the people. The people going to feel that because it's authentic. Whereas you have a Drake who only rapping to the people that's listening. When you rap to the people that's listening, it makes you feel confident to say short jokes. When you trying to destroy a man's soul, you talk to that nigga's son. There's a difference in the focus on what they wanted to do. That's what makes Meet the Grams that much more potent. The focus is on killing Drake from the inside. The result is Drake sitting alone in a fucking $100 million mansion by himself in the dark watching the fucking movie, putting this shit on social media for people to feel sorry for him. This is why no nigga that think Drake won can debate me. There are results. There are real life results that happen from what Kendrick Lamar said. There's nothing that changed about Kendrick Lamar's life about what Drake said. Talking about for me? Hold on, y'all. Oh, I just checked my email. So it says, due to a copyright match, your stream was interrupted. Streams are interrupted when copyrighted content is detected. After copyrighted material is no longer being streamed, streams are automatically re-enabled. So I guess Joe Budden don't want nobody to share his shit like that. So like I respect it. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not like no little bitch like all these people be complaining. Like, you know, the nigga own that shit. If he don't want nobody streaming that shit, then that's his prerogative. You know, more power to him. I don't get mad about the next man shit. So I'll stop it right there. I had to go check my email because I'm like, I ain't see no email come across. I would have saw an email if I got a copyright. So I don't have a copyright strike. They'll just interrupt your stream if you're streaming somebody else's stuff. When his son is old enough to listen to Meet the Grams. Yeah, there are lasting effects to what Kendrick Lamar did. Lasting effects to what Kendrick Lamar did. Like, and this shit going, that's past a decade. Because right now, if we go with Drake's son, what, 5 or some shit? See, 15 in 10 years? He still got 3 more years before he 18. And he hear this shit when he 18. How can you say that Drake won? How can you say that? So it went out twice because I was playing Joe Budden stream. Kenny ran Drake out of the country. Drake is selling his last property here. Moved as a baby mom and kid to France. Now his baby mom's always lived in France, though. I do know that. She's from France. I think that's where he fucked. It's crazy how small the world is because what's his name? ASAP Rocky bragged that he fucked Drake baby mama before that. And then Drake came back and was like, yo, when you was fucking my baby mama, who you think I was fucking? Look at the timeline. He said I was fucking Rihanna. I just think be fucking the same chicks. Kenny said you lied about the only rapper that could have given you help. That's the last line. Before this is a long life battle with yourself. It sounded like he wanted to help him. Yeah. I was wondering what took place because I was like, where the fuck is everybody? I guess that's something new. I've never seen that before. So I guess that's something new. But shout out to Joe Budden. You know what I'm saying? There is a time period or the amount of time you can play some shit. That's why you see people will play a clip from somewhere else, but they play like 7 seconds at a time before they stop it and start commentating and shit. But I do want to say this. Hold on. It is Friday. So unless one of them niggas drop tonight, I'm about to get up out of here. I know, right? Yeah. I'm gonna get up out of here, man. Y'all enjoy your evening, and I'll try to be back. I'll try to be consistent, as consistent as I can. And holla at your boy.